say it's your like closest girlfriend. She calls you tomorrow and says, "Hey, I started talking to this guy. I'm super into him, and I flew him
Wait,
out."
how much money does my friend make? That's all the difference in the world. If she's
Say she makes the same amount of money as you, and she
bitch,
say,
what? Why would you ever disrespect yourself like that? Don't ever spend money on a man like that, honey. I am no, and then I will take her and get mimosas and then talk to her.
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
Welcome back to another episode of Save It for the Pod, episode number 58. And got two beautiful ladies in the building. Hi. I'll start off with Mei, and then we got Tati in the building. But Mei, it's been a while since I've seen you, and it's been a while since you've been on the pod. How's life been with you, Mei?
Everything's been peachy. Everything's been great.
That's good. That's
yeah,
good.
I can't complain. Life is beautiful.
I feel like every time we have a woman on the podcast, it's just one of my favorite episodes. Of course, we've had Alexa, who I've loved having. We've had you a couple of... You've been on once or twice?
Once. This is my second time.
All right, so this is your second time. And then, of course, I'm biased, so I love every time Tatiana's on.
She's pretty great, though, honestly.
Yeah.
She's got the ideas.
She does.
I mean, stop.
And great
Yeah,
thoughts.
she has a different dynamic too.
I do not.
You don't? What are you talking about?
I'm just chilling.
But people, they also like when we have women on the podcast, I feel like.
Yeah, it gives a lot of perspective.
Yeah.
It does.
Fun
We'll bring
perspective.
things up and like, all right,
Yeah.
we think it's this way, and then like we don't have a woman on this time.
Yeah, and it also,
see
and
their
not
opinion.
to start getting on Phil. Everyone thinks we always get on Phil right away, but I think it also helps when we have women on the podcast, because AJ, me, and Luke were kind of like middle of the spectrum. Phil is far left or right, whichever way you want to say it. So, and then having a woman who would be like completely opposite of Phil, it's always nice to have, I feel like.
So you get like
I think
all the spec.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it also helps Phil to
Not
clarify,
Gain
also
perspective,
clarify what he's saying
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like he's like, I'm gonna say like this, I'm not gonna change what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And having a woman on is like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So that's not what I'm actually saying.
Exactly.
But with us, he always gotta dig his heels in.
Yeah. But like, there's times where I think, like, I kind of want to have, like, a second podcast. Because, of course, having all the guys and whatnot, like, us just bullshitting, having quote-unquote locker room or barbershop talk, like, that's cool. But, I enjoy having the ladies on. I like...
Mm-hmm.
You just want Zach and the ladies. Like, Zach's ladies. Instead of
See,
or
that's
Zach's
Zach.
angels.
Zach's
Angels.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What? My big
Manager.
brain right now.
Pod manager.
Your idea part of your brain is just fun.
Yeah.
So
fire.
who would that
It's on
consist
fire.
of? You, May, and Alexa?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
That'd be a perfect.
And then Danny, too. We got to have Danny on.
Oh.
Yeah.
She could be sometimes because we know.
She could be the
Yeah.
guest.
Yes.
The guest one.
Exactly.
Guest angel.
But we'll definitely get that popping.
How cute.
But since we brought up Phil, we brought it up on a couple of different podcasts. He has a fight upcoming tomorrow. He actually has his fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is Phil being on his typical Phil shit and just not being fully aware or communicating to us. We still don't know the exact time of the fight. I know I can't attend because I'll have a game, and then AJ, he'll kind of be busy. So I don't even think any of us are going to be in attendance.
Oh no, I'm gonna go.
Oh, you are going to go?
'Cause
Has he
it's-
told you a time?
Yeah. His weigh-ins are 8, and then he is
PM?
8 p.m.
Oh,
8 a.m. 8 a.m.
Oh.
And then the adult tournament starts at 12 p.m.
Yeah, see, so I probably won't
You're
even be able
toast,
to
yeah.
make it. Because I have a game west side of Florida in Fort Myers, so I definitely won't make it. Because my game's done at 2, so by the time I get back, it'll be like 5 or
Yeah,
so.
and I gotta bounce probably around
Yeah.
2.
Well, by the time this episode comes out, of course, the result of the fight would already happen. We're recording Friday night, which we typically do, and Phil's fight is on Saturday. So, Phil, hopefully you made us proud, didn't embarrass the pod,
Good
didn't
job,
embarrass
Phil.
yourself.
He's gonna make us proud.
Well, yeah,
either
good job
way.
regardless.
Yeah, we
Make us
manifesting
super
we
proud.
manifesting a Phil
I
dub.
mean, you're doing
I see
something
him
better
winning
than
already.
us right now.
Yeah.
Do you two think you could do that? Like, just go into a random tournament and
No.
fight,
If I practice jujitsu, yeah.
practice your jujitsu.
Yeah. If I
Have you
did
ever
my
been in a
jujitsu.
fight, May?
No.
Have you ever been in a fight, Tatiana?
With my sister.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right. I
guess-
did hear.
Okay, with my brother.
No, yeah, but me and my sister, like, we were punching each other in the
Like
face.
punches were actually thrown when you fought your brother.
He pushed me out of a car. So.
A moving car?
Yeah.
How old were y'all?
It's a few years ago.
Jeez.
Yeah. No.
Is this something you want to talk about on the pod?
I don't care.
Okay.
We could do it. Yeah.
What
getting
caused this?
wild.
What caused this fight?
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was living with my mom at the time,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, she was nice enough to let me borrow her car. I didn't have a car at the time. This was like, I was 24, 23, something, 23. And my brother was living with her too. He was growing herbaceous plants at the place too. And like, you know, he was doing all kinds of stuff there. So my
Gotcha,
mom
gotcha.
just kind of let him do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
So she created a monster, right? So
Mhm.
he had gotten into an accident maybe a month before, like, this specific incident.
Yeah.
So my mom left the car with me. She was like, just take me to work and pick me up, whatever. So I was like, okay. My brother's like, hey, let me borrow the keys real quick so I can go to the gas station, which was right down the street. I was
Yeah.
like, let me ask mom first. Just give me a minute. He's like, he started getting real mad, real irate.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, give me the keys.
You turned Super Saiyan.
Yeah. And I was just like, I'm not saying no, it's just
Yeah.
not my car. Give
Yeah,
me
yeah,
a
yeah.
minute to ask mom. So he's like, being such a bitch.
Yeah.
So whatever. I left the keys on the table by accident. It was dumb. It was my mistake. He grabs the keys, goes down to the car, starts the car. It's a manual.
Yeah.
Give you context. So whatever. He starts the car, starts backing out. He's chilling, smoking a cigarette before. He said he was in a rush, but I'm like, you're chilling. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm like, all right, just give me the keys. It's not my car.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. He's like, no. So then I'm like, okay, I'll just take the keys out of the car.
Yeah.
No problem. It didn't work that way. So he started reversing. So I'm hanging out of the car. I have my foot on the clutch so it can't like engage and like reverse. So
Yeah.
like at this point
Big
there's
brain.
neighbors out of the like watching us. I'm like, I hope they don't call the cops because we got stuff in the house. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God. So I'm like, just stop, just relax. And he's just
Yeah.
like, get out of the car. So we're just like screeching back, forth, because I'm putting it in
Jesus
gear.
Christ.
He's taking it out of gear.
Yeah.
Kind of like all this crazy stuff. So ultimately, he gets on the road, finally like smushes my face just enough out of the car. And like, meanwhile, he's backing up and going forward. The door is just smacking the fuck out of me the whole time. So I have like bruises all over my shoulders. So finally manages to mush me out of the car and then like sped off and then came back in 5 minutes.
Wow.
So were you okay after this incident before I started laughing even more?
Oh, I was fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
just
were
the
fine.
bruises and stuff. That's
Some
fine. It was
bruises,
nothing
alright.
crazy.
This definitely sounds like something that would be in like some stupid, like a Will Ferrell type movie or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Just like
Or like a sitcom or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It was epic. It was awful, but really funny at the same time. But yeah, so he borrowed the car and that was, that was that.
And so when you got home, like everything was copacetic, or did you still want to like put your hands on him after that?
We have a really weird dynamic. Right
Okay.
after we like duke it out, we just kind of like, we just chill.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think enough was done, like we're both tired at this point. We're, like, you got the car.
Yeah.
Okay, bro, you won. Like, it's fine.
Got you.
Yeah.
And you said the only fight you've been in was with Soraya, right?
yes, Soraya.
Soraya.
Yeah.
No one's ever tried you in like middle or high school?
In middle school, someone tried me. We were playing soccer in gym class, and I had the ball, and then I passed it, and then someone else that was guarding me, after I passed it, pushed the fuck out of me. And so, did I say it was in 8th grade? It was in 8th grade. And so then, like, she pushed me hard in my back. Like, I didn't even see her do it. Like, and you know how, like, when your neck goes back, like,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because you got pushed forward.
yeah, so
So
my
you got
neck.
whiplash.
Yeah, so my neck did that, and so then I was like this bitch, and
Yeah.
so then like she was already like running away because like obviously we were playing soccer, so like you're always moving.
Yeah.
So then I like just sprinted towards her, like beeline, and I shoved her back, and then she like got into my face, and then it looked like she was gonna hit me and like we were gonna fight, but then she told on me like a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, I must have really intimidated her. And then she told the gym teacher on me, but obviously the gym teacher was watching the whole
Yeah.
time, and then he was like, you shouldn't have pushed her. And then I was like, and then she didn't, like, I don't remember seeing her again. I don't remember her name or anything. But that was the only time someone else tried me, but then I cried because she was trying to jump me. And I was like, fuck
With
you.
her friends?
Yeah. Over some guy that, like,
This was in high school?
yeah.
What a skanky bitch.
I can tell this story. Yeah. Okay. So this one guy, he started talking to me from a different school. But then, so I started talking to him because I'm fucking single and I was doing whatever I wanted. But then someone on Facebook messaged me and was like, oh, he's talking to so-and-so at my school. And I didn't know. I went to a different school. So I was just like, okay, like, you can have him. I didn't know. And then her friend saw me at the movie theaters and tried to jump me. So it wasn't even her, it was her friend.
Yeah.
And I was with Desmond and Jericho.
Sounds like high school.
Yeah, and I was with
Sounds
Desmond and
lame.
Jericho, and so, like, I'm trying to, like, get out of the way, but I got separated from them, like, because they were, like, everyone started circling me.
Yeah.
And then
Girl, fight. Girl, fight.
basically, but then my best friend, she was a year older, so her and her friend, like, they just happened to be there and they saw me, and so, like, she like, kind of like did that, and she was like, Tatiana, come here, and, like, shoved me in her car and then drove me home while I cried.
Oh, that's a friend.
Yeah, it was very nice.
See,
And then my mom was irate because it was like 1 a.m. It was like when the movie theater was closing, and my mom was so mad. She was so mad at Desmond and Draco because we got separated. Like, she was yelling at them. I was like, I've never seen my mom yell at my friends before.
I've just never had that type of drama or anyone.
Did you go to the movie theater?
Yeah, all the time.
I hate the movies.
The movies is where all the fights happen in high school.
I think that's why I hate the movies so much.
Oh,
I
really?
just think
gym class.
I love gym class.
Well, similar thing happened to me at gym. Not like that, but, like, the thing is, like, she was talking to me. I thought we were having a discussion, and she started taking off her earrings. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Like,
I was like, no,
I really like those earrings on you. How come you're taking
was
them off?
it's like the
completely
Mr.
thrown.
Krabs meme.
I was chilling, talking to her, and she's like, "I just don't understand how this is." And I was just like, and I still kept on talking to her. I was like, "Wait, she's taking out her earrings. Why is she taking out her?"
And what was this about?
Oh, somebody told her that I said something about her, and I didn't. So she just
You
got
sure
mad.
you weren't gonna steal her man too?
Hey,
No,
first of all,
because she was lesbian. I think she was kind of into me, to be honest, because she would talk to me.
Oh,
about
she was trying to
stuff.
put those hands on
But
you.
she was really girly too. She was pretty, but whatever. And she started taking out her earrings. I was like, what is she
Can you name drop
doing?
or no?
Yes, her name was Stephanie.
It's
Stephanie
always a
what?
Stephanie.
Ah man, Stephanie.
We went to the same high school, so I was
Yeah.
trying to see.
No. It was 8th grade.
Oh, it was 8th grade. I
Yeah,
thought it was high
Stephanie.
school.
Both almost
done
got into
something.
fights in 8th grade.
Yeah, when girls are really dumb, and then the
Yeah,
gym
they're
teacher came over
mean.
and broke it up, and I was just like, oh, she was trying to fight me, because
Yeah.
like he came over, and I'm like, what are you doing here? We're just talking. Like,
Yeah.
May's the only one that didn't know she was about to get into
I
it.
didn't.
Everyone's circling
I
around. She's
know.
like, wow, everyone came for our debate.
You'd
Yeah.
be perfect on Pen 15.
What's
going on?
That's legit me. And one more, it was in high school. You didn't know this girl because I barely remember her name. It was in gym class.
Yeah.
I used to let her borrow my iPod in gym class all the time because I was like, oh,
You're so
and
nice.
I know. I didn't really use it in gym class, go figure, but I would use it in other classes, I guess, if I had nothing to do. And one day, like, she went home with it. And I know because I saw her walking with it, and I tried to get her attention, but it was a crowd. It was too loud, whatever. So the next day, I was like, oh, hey, remember my iPod? I forgot to get it back from you yesterday. Can I have it? She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, well, see, that's no. That's not the thing. I'm like, I definitely lent it to you. I keep good track of my stuff. I'm not accusing you of stealing anything. So then her friends started coming around and be like, oh, are you accusing her of stealing this and that? Oh, why?
What
Because
a
she's black?
setup.
I was like, what? I was like, no, that's not it at all. I was like, why are you guys even here? I'm not even trying to talk to you. I'm trying to, me and her, right? So whatever. It gets too out of hand. It gets done.
So you took your earrings off?
No. So later on in class, I pulled her aside. I was like, listen. I was like, I know you have my iPod. I'm like, I'm really nice to you. I let you borrow it all the time. I was like, give it back. And then she was like, all right, here it is, but don't tell anybody. I was like, no, it doesn't work that way. If they ask me, I'm going to fucking tell them because you made me look like a dickhead. And you try to steal from me, so you're an asshole. But so yeah, that's probably the only other time, the last time, I think.
And AJ, you said you used to like people used to try you, right?
Oh, I
now?
thought you only wanted to hear about girl fights.
No, I wanted.
No, we talked about something. Probably.
Yeah, we did.
Opportunity fights here.
But yeah.
Yeah, and then you and Julian have gotten into fights, right?
Yeah.
See, just no
sibling fights are a
one. But
given.
me and AJ have like similar personalities, so it's weird for
But
me
I
to
just-
think that people would try AJ.
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
I don't.
He's
when-
big.
I don't. You think so?
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
wasn't. You
Because
weren't
he's
always
big.
big, right?
I know. I
Yeah.
was. When I was I don't know, like.
I think it's
What
because he's big
time?
and quiet too.
But again,
Yeah.
he wasn't always big. Like me and AJ were probably like because I plateaued like early 8th grade. Like I was one of the taller kids, and now I'm like average height.
I was 5
You
when I
were
was.
that tall in 8th grade?
I was like 5'7", yeah, in 8th
Jeez.
grade, so maybe like 3 inches shorter or
That's
whatever.
Big ass
Sexy.
kid.
In 8th grade, what?
I was also held back though,
Wow,
so I was a
sexy 8th
year
grader.
older
I
than
said that is sexy, not you were sexy. Like I feel like that's different.
Yeah.
It is a little bit,
But
but
I
it's
just-
also like
I got along with everybody, like
Yeah.
no one. But I also somewhat kept to myself. But I don't know.
Well, I
nobody-
just think if you had like a brother, you would definitely have duked it out with him.
Yeah.
At one point, especially if you and Saeed got into the fights that you did.
But those were like just brothers. It wasn't like physical. It was just like
Yeah,
arguments.
it wasn't
or, yeah.
physical because you were so much older than
Yeah.
her that there's no way
How
you
much
could.
older are you than your
Well,
sister?
me,
7
Well,
years.
I
Yeah.
didn't physically fight my sister, but she physically tried to fight me a lot.
Yeah, of course she's gonna try to fight you. She's gonna try you,
Mhm.
but like you are so much older. Like you have to be the bigger. Obviously, like you are the bigger person, then you have to be the bigger person.
Yeah.
So it makes it harder. Like, did Jada get on my fucking nerves? Yeah, but I'm not gonna punt her across the room. I'm 14 years
7-year-old
older
in
than
the
her.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, when I was a senior, I don't think I was like 5'10".
Yeah.
I grew like 3 inches after high school.
No, you grew like, wait, 5'10".
3 inches is a lot of. Wait, well,
Okay, yeah.
I left Everglades in 11th grade. I was probably like 5'8", honestly, at Everglades.
Oh, probably. Yeah, because I would visit you in college and I'd be like, did you grow again? Like, it was weird. I think you stopped growing when you were like 20.
Probably, yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
that when men usually stop
Yeah,
growing?
around like 21 or
But I
something.
did
Oh,
everything
really?
late.
Yeah, they stop growing late.
I don't know. I feel like other guys I've known, like, once they are like, around like 18, I'm pretty, like, most of the ones I know, they've
Yeah.
not grown much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's rare to get like a growth spurt like that.
Yeah, he had one. It was crazy.
But anyways, moving on. So random topics. One thing that I saw, it was asking people what is on their anti-bucket list. So of course, your bucket list is things that it's things you want to do in your life that like you haven't achieved. Maybe wilder things when you think of a bucket list, like skydiving, going
I
to a
love
different country, whatever. What's on your
So
anti?
things that you
I
would, like would never do.
Never bungee jump. Ever.
Oh, really?
So it could be things you never want to do, or maybe things that you did that you wish you could take back. So bungee
Oh.
jumping,
Nah, not regrets.
you
No
have
regrets?
No regrets.
Nah, for me, anything heights. I'm not doing any shit with heights.
So no skydiving?
Bitch.
Nah, I would never go skydiving.
I don't
ever.
think
Jeez.
I'm not gonna say never, but skydiving is pretty up there. But bungee jumping definitely is a hard pass for me.
The
I would
only
bungee
thing
jump.
You would bungee
You
jump?
I
would?
would. I over skydiving.
You would bungee
Fuck
jump before
yeah.
skydiving?
Yes.
I don't know.
the
When people
only
die of
thing I
bungee
would
jumping, I don't
do
care.
the only thing I would do with heights is zip lining, and that isn't always like super high up, but that's probably like the only thing that I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I would do everything.
And that's probably because you're going forward and back. Like I
Yeah.
just don't like the feeling of free
Falling.
falling down like that.
Yeah, your stomach dropping.
Yeah. This is just
So you like
something
roller coasters
stupid.
or no?
I do like roller coasters,
But that you like, all right, you feel a little more.
but a lot of the times I don't like the straight down drop. But most roller coasters, like that's not the
It's like a
entire
ch-
thing.
yeah.
So
Might just be one little
like
part.
what's
Like the Tower of Terror.
Yeah, that Doctor Doom or whatever it is at Universal, like those I don't like. This was an instant regret that both Tatiana and I had 2 days ago. Was going to fucking what's it
Instant
called?
regret.
Bahama
Yeah,
Breeze.
Bahama Breeze.
Oh, so
That place
fucking bad.
was the worst shit I've ever had in my life.
Like, I was high as fuck. No, I was high, and then
Starving.
I hadn't eaten all day. And so I was like, this is gonna
So you were going to enjoy anything at
anything.
that moment. Yeah.
And I was, the first couple of bites, I was like, okay, I can make this work. I'm hungry. Then I was like, it's getting salty. And then I was like, I don't taste anything.
Have you ever had it, May?
What, Bahama Breeze?
Yes.
I've had it probably like twice or three times.
As a
within the
Jamaican,
past- Oh, hell
as a Jamaican,
no.
you should be offended.
What? Okay, as my family being from the islands, it's a disgrace. But being an American person who has no kind of like experience or like knowledge of what they are supposed to taste like, it's okay.
No, so okay,
Yeah.
I'm
Or maybe you went to an awful one because
No, honestly, that's part of it too. Is most of the chains in Miami are terrible.
so
Oh,
I know
yes.
one time I asked you and you said your parents kind of like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna shoot them a little bit of bail. I'm hoping that it was an off night. Tatiana and I went late, and I was like, hopefully the cooks were just.
It wasn't that late though.
It was like around 10 o'clock, and they closed at 11. But both of us got jerk something. I got jerk
Yeah.
chicken, pineapple bowl. She got
jerk
shrimp pasta.
And the thing,
Oh, I've
the
had
thing,
that before actually.
The thing is,
Wasn't a jerk in sight.
no, it
Not
was
a speckle, not a smidgen.
It
Maybe
was
they forgot.
Mine was all white. There was no color
seasoning.
to it. It was just white.
Exactly.
It was
Oh,
like
no,
just
no.
staring at your carpet.
No,
Like
they
West
fucked up.
West
They
Miami
fucked up.
chains are usually like.
Really?
West Miami restaurants, like, okay, for example, like I'm in Doral.
Mhm.
There are very few good places to eat over here, and by good I mean like pretty decent.
Yeah.
Not like people. I'm always in like downtown Miami or Wynwood
Yeah.
for like food places, and people are like, oh, you go all the way out there for food. I'm like, if you lived where I lived, you would
But
understand.
even I feel like Doral is way better than West Kendall. Like West
Yeah.
Kendall is terrible.
Really?
But I was just like,
I would say we're about the same.
Yeah.
Because I have popular chains here.
yeah.
But
I will say Bahama Breeze does have good drinks.
Oh, their drinks were. It was such a letdown because their drinks were so good.
Yeah.
We were like,
Dang.
oh
But
yeah.
the food was god awful.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you were
the,
tipsy
the last time I
and
had
high, and it
Ale
was just
House.
Yeah,
awful.
and the thing
Damn.
is, I almost got a chicken sandwich to be safe because I was so hungry, and all that day I was craving French fries. But I was like, you know what, Zach's gonna make fun of me. We're trying this restaurant. I'm gonna try something that I don't usually get, or I would get. I don't know. It just was a menu item and not a chicken sandwich. And then I regretted. I thought that chicken sandwich would have been so much better. And
Yeah.
then, because we had so much left over, I took it home and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it home and put seasoning on it. I put pesto in it. I put marinara sauce in it.
everything
And
you could.
I put so much.
Everything but jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
well, you probably don't
Exactly.
have jerk at home.
I
No,
think we
yeah.
do. I think we do.
oh, I didn't know. But the thing is, this was just Alfredo. So I was like, this is a pasta dish. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know how to fix this. And so I did that. And then I put so much garlic and like Italian seasoning, so much red pepper
The
flakes.
flavor.
There was still no flavor.
What?
Like, it just like sucked it all up. And then
There's no way.
the thing is, I got doubly high just to eat it, and it was still so bad.
How mad were you? How mad?
You can't. Yeah.
2 days in a row that had to be my dinner, and I was so sad, and I was high full time.
I would have been mad too. I would have been really hot.
I was so hungry.
Did you cry?
I wanted to. I was watching animated drama.
Have you guys ever been so hungry? I mean, like that you cried?
Yes.
I don't cry.
I always cry.
But I have been.
always cry.
That is very true, though. You do always cry.
I always cry. Of course, I've cried. 'cause
I got
was
home last
hungry.
night and I thought you were crying, but you're just like, no, I'm high.
Well, I don't remember that.
You don't remember when I got home? I'm like, are you okay? I thought you were crying. Or no, you said you were tired. That's what you said.
I was
You
like,
said,
I was high.
Yeah. Well, you were, but
Oh.
you said no, I'm tired. That's what you said.
Oh dear.
But back to do y'all have anything else for
Anti.
or
Oh,
May-
wow,
I
okay.
forgot we were talking
I know,
Yeah.
me too.
It turned into get off your chest about Bahama Breeze.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, it
Fuck
did.
Bahama Breeze.
or
No,
if
just kidding.
or if we want to flip it, because you said you don't have any regrets, are there anything that y'all have that you regret throughout your life? I know that people always say I don't have any regrets. I
Oh,
don't live
yeah.
life with
I
regrets, but
regret
everyone
not-
has regrets.
I regret not throwing a back tuck for my cheerleading tryouts for Central Michigan.
Wait, what?
Oh, she had that one tucked away.
Yeah, 'cause that one. Ooh, that
It's
one
like
hurt.
she didn't do a special. You
I
didn't do a
didn't.
special move.
I
during
didn't throw my back tuck by myself during my Central Michigan cheer tryouts.
Can you explain that for the people like myself that don't know
Yeah,
what
I
that
A
means?
back
idea.
tuck is okay. A back handspring is a backflip with your hands. A lot of people just call that a backflip when it's not. A backflip is a back tuck is a backflip with no hands. So you're in a tucking position. And so
So what does it mean that you didn't throw it?
I didn't throw it.
She didn't do it.
I didn't do it by
didn't-
myself because I had the ability to throw it by myself, but I couldn't land it because I had a mental block. And so during the tryouts, like during the cheer tryouts, we were showing off our skills. And so they were like, oh, like if you have a back handspring, do that. If you have a back tuck, do that. And so I asked for a spot instead of throwing it by myself. And that's the one reason why I didn't make the team. And I had to go to Nebraska.
Really?
Yeah.
See, in both my well, I have a couple more.
But I probably wouldn't have met you because I would have been at Central Michigan all 4 years.
That's true.
But anyways.
But two of my regrets are both athletics, not continuing to play soccer, and then
Not running
not
track.
doing track or cross country in high school when I easily could have gotten a scholarship. Because there were people that I was faster than or more gifted than, whatever, who ended up getting scholarships.
I'm sure your parents regret that too. They paid for your college.
But I probably would have ended up in bumfuck middle of nowhere. Like, I
Really?
doubt I would have been
So
able to make it to a
we
Florida
probably
school.
wouldn't have met.
Yeah, probably not.
Wow. Cute.
Cheating on my ex, that's another one. Not because it's
Jeez.
not because it's like, oh, I wish I was still
I'm
with her.
breaking up with
Listen,
you.
I just, I don't like making people feel
I
like
don't
shit.
give a fuck. I'm just kidding.
So
Be happy you're
Yeah.
cheating.
Yeah, be happy with me, damn it.
I'm happy with
I'm
you.
just
Oh wait,
kidding.
did you cheat on your ex with?
No. The funny thing is, though, Tatiana, when we first started talking, she thought that I was.
And I was like,
Yeah, she's like, that's not my problem.
it wasn't. I was a savage when I was in my
Like, I'm just
early
trying to get it
20s.
in.
Yeah. But nah, I cheated on her a couple of times, and I felt like a dickhead.
A couple of times, bro.
Huh?
I said a couple of times, bro. You could, like, if you say, like, you regret it, like, all once, like, oh, I regret that. A couple of times.
Nah, it was
Savage.
bad. But I've learned from my mistakes, so it all ended up working out, and now I treat you like a princess. So
He does, ladies. Be jealous.
Be jealous.
Any other regrets?
I don't know. I don't even have if I have an anti bucket list.
Or any?
Yeah, because
Any
your,
regret- any
your,
life
your
regrets?
personality is just like, I want to do everything.
Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I feel like you just do it if you want to do it,
Yeah.
you do it.
Yeah.
That's it. I aspire to be like you, but I'll never do that.
I feel like I have
do.
something too, but I don't know.
Maybe it'll come up. I really do. I regret not starting Browse sooner. And
When did you start?
I started late. I started when I was like 24.
I love the way you enunciate 20.
20.
That's the second time I noticed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I enunciate certain words.
But anyways, continue.
So yeah, not starting eyebrows sooner, and
Is that for a financial reason or for just like a skill set? Like, you feel like you could be better if you would have started earlier?
oh no, I'm great. But
Oh, talk that shit, Nay. Talk that shit, Nay.
but financially,
You got goosebumps?
No.
Oh, you were. I thought you were so good. I was like, yo.
Like, I got goosebumps, bitch.
Right?
she's gonna be like Nori, like
I'm gonna start presenting myself.
So you said for financial reason?
mainly, yeah,
Gotcha.
financial reasons, and also like self-development or just like independence and confidence kind of reasons too, because like obviously, when you're financially better or like you just have something you're really fucking good at, you just feel like more like in tune with yourself. You're like, okay, like I got shit handled. And then also certain men, and then that's probably about it.
Gotcha.
Oh, I forgot about men.
Yeah, right.
You know who you are. I'm just kidding.
You know who you are if you're listening.
You got any, AJ?
Regrets, like Yeah, I could probably find some, but it's always like, all right, this, like you guys were talking about, it led me here.
Yeah, it happened
So
for a
I'm like,
reason.
I don't know, because then
Yeah. Okay. Well, you could still regret it, but also appreciate where
Yeah,
it
where
got
you
you.
are.
Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't. Okay. Do I regret certain things? Fuck yeah. Am I gonna take them back? Because
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I like
I get
where
it.
I'm at.
Yeah, like I regret that back tuck, but I'm happy where my life has gone. So, like, who knows? Who knows? I could have, right after I threw that back tuck, I could have gotten into a car accident and died. Who knows?
That's true.
Who
Yeah.
knows? That could have
Yeah,
been a
that's
butterfly
true.
effect.
Yeah,
That is
probably
true.
just like what I chose to do as a career out of college, or even before college.
Mm-hmm.
Changing that, I definitely would do that.
And that's kind of same for. I mean, I'm happy with like the whole exercise science campus rec shit, but I feel like my whole life I've kind of been a creative. Like I'm not talented,
Yeah.
but I enjoy.
First of all,
You are
don't ever
talented,
say
for
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying like I'm not like.
You can't pinpoint a specific talent.
Yeah. So of course, like Vine, YouTube, all that stuff. Like I've always enjoyed creating content, making videos.
Creating and
Like,
entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Definitely wish I could have been good with Photoshop. Like in high school, I took classes. I know I've always said that I wish I could do that now, but of course that's just expensive and time consuming. And then even being better with video editing than I am right now. Like I wish I could have in college maybe doing like marketing
Yeah.
instead of campus rec. So
That's
that's
cool.
about it. But then I wouldn't be doing officiating, and I love officiating.
Mhm.
So
So, well, silver linings.
yeah, that is very true. But anyways, moving on. Unless y'all had anything else. So back to a famous Savor for the Pod topic.
Hi, thoughts of
No,
Tatiana.
not that. Not don't get excited. But it's things that men shouldn't be doing according to Twitter. And one tweet that I saw, it was like, as a man, why are you getting flown out like a thought
I saw that
or some
all
shit
day.
like
Yeah.
that? So now we can't get flew out.
Shoot. I respect any man that gets flown up by their
No,
girl.
but the memes from it
Yeah,
were
they're so
fucking
funny.
hilarious. That shit is so
I
funny.
missed
What
that.
is
I didn't
that
see that.
football player they keep using?
Jalen
now?
Ramsey.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is me when my girl asked me what we want to eat after
Like,
she
you
picks
tell
me up.
me.
You tell me. You tell me. But May, like, how do you, I know you're not on Twitter, but I'm sure you've heard like some of these topics that we've talked about, but are there things that you feel like men shouldn't be doing? Like something basic, not like. I actually just saw a video today of a guy getting lip injections, but it looked good on him.
It
But
seemed like
anyway,
you're about
sorry.
to get stuff off your chest.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because
Okay, because it's a loaded question. Because I feel like I used to feel those things, and now just being the person that I am, I'm like, do you, boo boo?
Yeah.
If that's, but personally, like certain things, like I'm all about people doing whatever they want to make them happy, or if like I don't know, it just works out for them that way. Cool, good for you. But I guess like if I'm gonna be involved with somebody, I guess like certain things I would lose respect for, just like with girls sometimes too. Like if you're always getting flown out, like I guess that's a thing versus like guy or a girl. Like if you're always getting flown out, like okay, first of all, really good for you. Kind of want that to be me too, but also like sometimes I'm like, oh, you don't like to pay for your own stuff,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like things
yeah.
like that. So
Like, there's a reputation to go along with that.
yeah, exactly. So, but I'm really, like I said, I'm all about people like doing stuff for them.
So both y'all have girlfriends. Say it's your like closest girlfriend. She calls you tomorrow and says, "Hey, I started talking to this guy. I'm super into him, and I flew him
Wait,
out."
how much money does my friend make? That's all the difference in the world. If she's
Say she makes the same amount of money as you, and she
bitch,
say,
what? Why would you ever disrespect yourself like that? Don't ever spend money on a man like that, honey. I am no, and then I would take her and get mimosas and then talk to her. But if she had a good pay, like say my friend was a super duper successful lawyer, like vice president of the company, I'm like, bitch, you tell him, show him who's boss.
Fine,
There's
Yeah, I think that's true. I think it
It's
depends
so
on their
different.
financial, like,
Yeah.
you know.
you have to be responsible.
level.
Don't ever spend money on a man when you yourself, no offense,
don't like
are struggling.
don't like overgive what you can't, like what you don't have.
Should
Or
be
don't
like a
overexert
percentage
yourself.
of your
But I would also be
income
saying
kind
that
of
to my guy
So,
friends.
okay, that's what I was
too.
gonna
Like,
ask.
I'd be like, why would you ever? Like,
Don't break your back.
Yeah, no, pussy's right here, right next door.
don't have
Not
to fly
me,
it
not
out.
here, not here.
Not
but,
this one.
Yeah, but you know, like knock on
There's
your
a
neighbor's
door
door.
with pussy somewhere.
There's-
Knock on your
Yeah.
neighbor's door.
There's a what are they called? The whole glory holes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's not where I thought you were going, but okay, continue.
neither me.
So, what about like men ordering desserts or appetizers or
No one gives a
fruity
fuck
drinks?
about
These are
I
all
don't
things
ever give a
that.
fuck about that because I'm like, ooh, can I try?
Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
Yeah.
course,
I don't
wanna
care.
Try what you're having.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad we have some nice ladies with good heads on their
But
shoulders.
I'm taking.
Yeah, so I'm glad about that. But anyways, moving on. We have no, before we get into shows, High Thoughts with Tatiana, your favorite segment.
Oh, we gotta get off your chest too if there's any.
I mean, Bahama Breeze was my
Bahama
only
Breeze.
Oh
one.
yeah.
Okay, so I have one funny one and one deep one. Which one do you guys want first?
Start
Let's
with
do
deep. Yeah.
Okay. This one said, and this I felt this with. Okay, same energy, AJ. I felt this with my soul. It resonated with me when I heard it, and I was like, "Ooh, I gotta write that down." But it says, "I'm trying to get better at being myself, but I'm only myself when I'm by myself." And I was like, "Yes, agree."
I don't agree with that at all.
I agree.
I
with
feel that.
I
I
agree
feel
with
that.
that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
only feel my whole
Your whole
self
yeah.
when I'm by myself, but I need to get better at being myself around other people.
I feel like there's certain people that I'm really comfortable with that just like I'm super weird and like extra weird and goofy in front of him, and I'm like, okay, I can be like my full self, but there's only a few people I feel that comfortable with. But I do really value my alone time.
But
too.
I also feel like I'm holding back. Even like when I'm with Zach, sometimes I'm like, oh, like or like when I'm super high and just like talking to you, and then I'm like, oh, I'm talking too much. Like the fact that I thought that, like I'm holding myself back. Even like the thought, like I'm not. But when I'm by myself, I'm just like, I'm playing with Kobe. Like I never, anything I'm doing by myself, I'm never like, why did I do that? Or like, am I doing too much? I'm just being myself by myself with my dog.
Yeah.
And the only time I'm actually truly myself is when I'm by myself. But I need to get better at being myself.
So
with other
only
people.
Kobe knows who you really are.
Only
Oh,
Kobe. Oh. Yeah, my Kobe. He is my soulmate. I swear to God.
Yeah, he loves you a lot.
He's my soul in animal form. I feel it.
That's sweet. I feel it too.
Do
I
you
see the bond
sometimes-
when I go over.
I was gonna do some because last time we were on the pod, he was howling and singing in the bathroom. I was like, "Do you sometimes cry and scream in the bathroom?" No.
I do cry.
I can imagine
I do. Crying in the shower is my favorite.
Yeah.
It is low key my fave.
Do you play music?
It's so
That's
yes.
the place to cry, though.
I know. It's so dramatic and just you just like
Because you're like, is that a tear or was that just the
But
shower?
like if you want the dramatic cry, you could just be like how the water running down your face, or you're just like
Oh, so you're in the tub with water like high,
or if you,
and just your head is out, you're just, and it's here, and then like, and then there's a candle with.
sometimes it depends on the cry, or if you're feeling super dramatic, you could just lay on the ground and just be like,
Let the water hit your face and make your hair go down.
and you're just in
Oh,
a
so
fetal
you're crying in the
position.
rain almost.
Yeah, it's so dramatic and so
You're just
fulfilling.
vulnerable and naked.
But the thing is, I'm by myself, so
Yeah.
I'm just
because
crying.
you're literally enclosed in a space where you're cut off from everything.
Yes, like when when we had to put Logdog down, I went in the shower and just cried.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
It
that.
was amazing because I didn't want to cry in front of Zach, even though I know he's not going to judge me. But I was like,
So you're a suffer in silence type of person?
I
am too. I
I
feel
say
you.
that all the time.
Yeah, I will. I love suffering in silence.
Me too. Oh, that is my shit. Like I was like, ooh,
That's why we like crying in the shower.
Ooh, when I go shower, this is gonna
It's gonna be a good shower.
scream in your
Cleanse
pillow.
me and cleanse my tears.
Like this is gonna, that's gonna be a good cry.
Oh my god.
Yes. Or like my thing at work is I'll go in the bathroom and I'll just be like,
And then you'll hear a knock like, and you'll be like, nothing.
and I'll just stare at myself in the mirror like, relax, girl.
Calm down.
But yeah, I'm dramatic.
I know you are.
More of
I
the
know you
story.
are.
Suffer in silence.
All right, what's your funny one?
Oh, my funny one. I forgot we were in this segment, honestly. My funny one is, I remember this moment like it was yesterday. It was probably 2 days ago. But I was just like...
So it was very close to being yesterday.
But I was just sitting on the couch, obviously high, and then I just put Heelys at the airport. Never have to run to catch a plane again. And then I put drops mic. That's all I put.
But you still have to run to get the momentum.
Yeah.
Like the
You have
couple
to,
little like,
and then you just like.
You can technically
right.
just skip and
Oh, but
then
have-
That is
coast.
true.
Yeah, that's true. But have you seen? It's funny that you bring that up. Have you seen those people? Apparently, they're like, you know, those fucking hoverboards. Those hoverboards.
Mm-hmm.
They have them now. Like, I saw this video. It said it was like, I'm too poor to even know that these things existed. They're like a hoverboard, but they're separated. Like you have one on each foot. I think
Each
it's a shoe.
Yeah. Or something like
It's
that.
a shoe.
And it's electronic.
Yeah, you literally just and you just go.
Like little
That's
segways for each
scary.
foot.
Yeah.
That's- yeah, I feel like
So
you got to
kinda
be
like what you
super
said.
coordinated to do that.
see,
That
my-
sounds extremely dangerous.
yo, my mind when I'm high is it's crazy, bro. That's why I jot it down.
Yeah, you're gonna come up with a great invention one day.
I am, and it's already gonna be a thing. That's the crazy.
Well, somebody beat you to like the hoverboard shoes. So
Yeah.
you can't do those.
But that was I really thought I was onto something with the Heelys at the airport, and like I legit.
You were, but someone beat you to it.
Yeah, I legit almost got on Amazon and was starting to like scroll through like Heelys. So
Maybe you should. A cheaper version.
maybe I'd bust my ass.
Yeah, I would too. I've never had Heelys for that reason.
Me neither. I always wanted the soap shoes because I used to be like super into skating and whatnot. But the
Soap
ones
shoes?
they had like the thing where you can grind on the bottom. Like it was just literally like a piece of plastic. So it wasn't like they eventually
Oh.
came out with Heelys that also had the like plastic on the bottom.
That sounds dumb to me.
But you would just like run and then like grind on something.
So it's kind of like parkour.
yeah,
Kind of
like
like
barcore.
they probably got sued. They probably got sued and discontinued it.
Yeah,
Probably.
exactly.
So many people busting their
I'm
ass.
pretty sure Heelys came out with like the combo.
Well, because that makes more sense because you're actually it's kind of like a skateboard
Yeah.
on your feet.
Yeah.
That makes, but just regular parkour.
Oh, I actually regret not
You have
continuing
to say it
skating
before you do
either.
it.
I said I also regret not like continuing skateboarding
I regret
either.
that for you too because
At the
then you'd be better
time,
at teaching.
yeah, at the
me.
time there was like no black skateboarders. Like, but now, like the best skateboarders are black guys.
Wow, you missed your
Oh,
calling.
yeah, for real.
But then we
Foot
Foot
probably
stance,
wouldn't have
whack.
met.
You could have been him.
Exactly,
going back.
exactly. I could have been super live in the X Games and whatnot. Could you imagine me in the X Games?
Yeah, but you wouldn't have been with your love of your life.
That
so
is true.
That doesn't matter.
That is true.
Nothing else matters.
Yeah, nothing else mattered. You could have been the next Bill Gates, but you
Doesn't
wouldn't
matter.
be with me. So whatever.
Who knows? You still could have thought I was cute. Hit me up. And
Yeah, you
then-
could have been
I would have
skating on
definitely,
Vine.
but then you would have thought I was a gold digger. So it doesn't matter. We
Yeah.
wouldn't have been
I could
together.
have thought that when I was during Vine days.
Yo,
He said, "Yo, I'm rolling in it."
Oh,
She's a
you're
view
mine.
digger. No.
Hey,
She's
I
trying to get
was-
these views.
I was getting the
Babe, no
sponsor money.
Babe, no offense. You had a mattress and a springboard on the floor when I came to visit you.
Okay.
And I
Okay,
was
he
like,
also
I was-
he also
like
had a
college.
mirror and he had
a futon.
Wow.
he did have a futon
Yeah,
in
I
his
had a
room,
futon in my room.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
and he had the flags.
Lavish.
I was living the life. I did not even know
You
it.
didn't.
God.
You didn't.
Honestly, I could
Took it
probably
for
recreate Zach's room from memory.
You probably could.
And there was a bike in there too. Just
Yeah.
a bike just chilling right at
The
the, foot of the
Beachcomber
bed.
Different modes of transportation.
Exactly. Exactly.
Man, my man.
All right, moving on before y'all continue to roast my over.
Yo, the first time he made me a taco sauce sandwich.
The hot sauce, that was before Vine, though.
Nah, yeah, it was.
That was like maybe beginning of Vine.
Yeah, but during Vine days, I remember you being so broke. Or like,
No, I wasn't so. Because what you mean? I was
Nah,
flying
that
to see
wasn't-
you like every month.
Yeah.
I bought like a
Broke
new
because of your
MacBook and all
love.
that stuff.
I mean, but you were.
I was
so
making
broke.
decent, but I was also like somewhat reckless with my money at that time.
You were
so
low key.
there was that.
You were.
But anyways, we're not gonna talk about Zach's finances.
There are finances now.
Yeah. So we have a lot of streaming to talk about.
Wait, I
let
feel like we
y'all-
should touch on
Yeah, y'all take the roll.
Kanye, Kim Skeet.
Oh yes. How
How do
are
you
we
guys feel
feeling
that?
about the whole Kanye, Pete Davidson, Kim Kardashian situation?
First of all, I saw a tweet saying that Pete needs to like lean into it and change his Twitter name to Skeet. And I don't know why he hasn't, because I would live for that drama. I would love it.
But also he likes funny shit, and that's like
Yeah,
really funny
that
to
is.
me.
Yeah.
I read it, and I was like,
I'm sure
okay.
Kim is the only one that's like, no, don't do it. I'm
Yeah.
sure if he wasn't with Kim, he would have done it. And that's sad.
So I don't
Kim,
really know all the drama,
chill
to
out.
be
I'm
honest.
just
kidding. Yeah.
either.
But
I don't-
you have
I don't know
It's
all
starting
of
to
it,
get
but
dangerous, though.
yeah,
That's
it's
why
at this point.
Oh,
It's
because
like
of the fans, because of like death threats or something. I
Yeah.
heard that.
Yeah, you have the gist of the
No,
situation.
I heard Kanye was like stalking them.
That's
I
what
mean, he
heard.
apparently bought a house across the street from where she's at during.
yeah, people are
my
like,
God.
this is like ex harassment, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
like how
yeah.
would you feel if your ex did that? Like if your ex did that, like moved across the street from us, I'd be like, yo, this bitch is crazy.
But you know, I like. Well, if I wasn't with you, you know, I like crazy.
He's
So
like,
I
I live
probably
No,
would
I
have
like-
been. I probably would have been like, I appreciate the effort. You deserve a second chance.
No, you don't. When
hilarious.
I'm acting super crazy, you're like,
I like
And he
it.
gives
No,
you
you
second
do
chances
not.
every time.
But
He
maybe
does
he
not-
likes crazy about him though. Like if you're crazy about him,
Yes,
that's what he
that's
likes.
because
Yeah.
what I go crazy over is not
It's-
about you.
Maybe
So like on
that's why he
a
doesn't
serious note, it's kind of serious because of how like far it's going,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going
and like
too
the stress it's
far.
probably putting on Kim, and
And the kids?
and the kids and people saying stuff.
On a
At the
serious
same
note,
time, like we also don't know all the facts, and when
Exactly.
there's kids involved, it's tough. You know,
Yeah.
oh,
it's tough
hella
to
dangerous.
tough to call it or say whatever. You know.
Regardless if it's entertainment or not, these are real people and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But on the entertainment side of it, I think it's
The
I think it's funny and
nicknames are funny, but it's starting to make me uncomfy.
See, the only
Yeah,
thing,
I
and
don't
y'all
like
know, this podcast. It's a Kanye Stan podcast. The only thing I don't like is when Kanye always like releases the screenshots of text conversation.
Yeah.
I just keep that private, especially when it's like him and Kim. Like when it's him and other people, like okay, whatever. But especially now with everything that's going on, him and Kim, it's just like just keep this private. And even like one of their most recent conversations, Kim's like, "Why do you have to release everything?" And then he like apologized shortly after. But
But he still posted
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
why are you bringing us into your dirty laundry? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be there. I have my own dirty laundry to do. Like,
Mhm.
I don't have the time.
maybe he
Yeah.
puts it out because he's like, oh, people are gonna think I'm crazy. Let me just get my piece out.
Yeah.
Maybe he puts it out for that reason, although albeit obnoxious. But
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
that's
I
why.
don't know. And also the fact that it's the Kardashians and no other it's not like someone else.
yeah,
Even if it was another celebrity, because the Kardashians, not that they control the narrative so
I
much,
mean,
but
they
it's like
do,
they
kind
they
of.
do, and
yeah.
They do because
Kris
and,
Jenner
and they know
lawyers,
they know how to
have-
create they know how to
yeah.
create headlines. They know what buttons to push.
They
What
know how to control the, like you said,
Right.
control the narrative.
Yeah. Actually, I said that's the only thing I don't like about Kanye. I also don't like that he like burns bridges with people that clearly care about him. Because going back a couple of months, the Drink Champs interview, obviously he shitted on John Legend as well as Big Sean.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
And then
about
Big
that.
Sean had to like go on Drink Champs defend himself. And then most recently, him and Kid Cudi, which like obviously
Yeah.
they've had their relationship and have been close, and now they're kind of quote unquote beefing. I mean, who knows if
Yeah.
it's actually true? I feel like,
but
it is,
that one is like the Kid Cudi one is a little different because all he really said was like, oh, he's just not going to be on this album.
yeah.
That's not saying like he's not like we're not boys
But
anymore.
the reason he's not having him on the
Is
album is
because-
because he's friends with Pete Davidson.
right. Which
Yeah.
is
Conflict
I mean
of interest.
Yeah.
yeah, and he later explained he's like, oh, I was saying that because of the kind of whatever we're gonna be on
Yeah.
this album.
But you
So he
saw
could
Kid
be-
Cudi like replied, and he was like, "Oh, nobody wants to be on your album." Dinosaur, like called him a dinosaur.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was. But I'm saying I
That's
feel like
petty
that is
too.
more.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more on. I don't want to say who's more at fault because, obviously Kanye said something publicly and that triggered
Mhm.
that, so you don't know like
Yeah.
what Kid Cudi was thinking at the time.
Exactly.
But like even if he was like, because Kanye explained it after, so I don't know. It's tough to call it, but
Yeah. Yeah. Well, while we on the topic of Kanye, might as well go into Genius. I know I'm the only one that watched it, but I think it's a 3-part documentary on Netflix. They've only released the first part, but the shit is fire.
yeah.
Like,
Was that
even-
clip that was on Instagram from him rapping it or like doing the video in the back seat? Was that from that?
Like that really
Uh,
old video.
It might have been.
Oh, okay.
I've been seeing a bunch of clips from it, so
I'm sure.
I'll have to watch it soon.
but I don't remember that clip exactly. But there's Kanye. He's the exact same person. Like, you keep seeing tweets of people saying like, "Oh, people are saying they miss the old Kanye." There's no old Kanye. Like,
Yeah.
it's Kanye then is the same Kanye
He
now.
just has more money.
Deep down.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
But seeing and I don't want to spoil too much, but seeing the relationship between him and his mom, it's super dope. And Kanye, if you watch his interviews, you'll realize like, yeah, he may seem quote unquote crazy, but like he makes a lot of like really good, like he could be a comedian if he really wanted to.
Yeah.
And I think I've even mentioned this on the podcast or tweeted it. Like if he decided to become a stand-up, I'm first in line to watch it.
Yeah, Ski was
But-
pretty funny, so I'm down.
Yeah, exactly.
Even
exactly.
like you said in interviews, like he'll just be the way his brain just moves quick.
Exactly.
It seems like
witty.
he probably almost has Asperger's.
Exactly, and I feel like he might.
He
Honestly.
probably does.
Yeah.
Like how he's good at everything and is not that great at communicating
Yeah,
unless
or
he's
empathizing with other people sometimes.
yeah,
or understanding like people's emotions and stuff. Then
Yeah.
it kind of feels like you probably have that.
yeah.
We're not diagnosing him though.
Yeah,
But
we're not. But I just
There's one part that was really funny to me. I don't think it was like that funny to other people, but obviously Kanye starts as a producer. Like that's how he blew up. And it might have been Jay-Z or some other like big time rapper that wanted a beat from him like for free. And they were trying to like allude to, oh, I'm like this great rapper, like I shouldn't have to pay for this beat. And then Kanye's talking to the camera. He's like, man, that's like if I work at like a TV store, I'm selling TVs, and the motherfucker's just like, you should sell me this TV for free because I watch TV the best. It's like, that doesn't add up. Like, you still got to pay for this shit. But
That's
yeah.
so true.
But yeah, Kanye, he funny. If you haven't watched Genius yet, you need to watch it. It released on the 16th, which was yesterday, I think. And it's about an hour and a half or so. So
All together? You said 3 parts.
they've only released the first part. So the other, I think it's 3 parts. I could be wrong. I know it's multiple parts. I know that much for sure. Only the first part is out.
Okay.
So go watch Genius. All bias aside, even people that I know don't like Kanye have said they've enjoyed watching
I mean, I like Kanye.
I feel like
Kanye.
you're not gonna watch it.
But I mean, no, because I'm in my anime
Yeah.
kick right now. I'll watch it when I want. Maybe I'll watch it at work. I watch a lot of stuff that's not anime at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even no matter who the big figure is, like a look behind the curtain as always.
Yeah.
Because it's so interesting to see like the entertainment field, the acting
I'm excited to
world.
watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna watch it. Like I don't know. I
And
watch
just to
other
give
stuff.
y'all the timeline of this first part, I mean, they don't really touch on his childhood too much, but it's like when he first starts producing up until his car accident. That's kind of like the timeline of the first part, and then him just trying to get signed. So obviously it's nothing about like him being this big artist or Kim Kardashian. None of that stuff is involved in
Well,
this.
good. That's
Yeah.
exhausting, anyways.
All right, moving on. What we want to talk about next? We got a lot of streaming.
You
We got
we can talk about
Euphoria. We
Euphoria.
got. I kind of want to say. Let's talk about. Y'all want to talk about Tinder Swindler?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we
a
can
Tinder
do that.
Swindler.
All right.
That's a tongue twister.
It is
Tinder
Tinder Swindler.
Tinder Swindler.
So, someone else want to explain it? So I'm not doing all the talking. You could go ahead. Explain.
It's
All right,
hard
so
to
I'm
explain.
okay. So this
Yeah,
guy.
AJ hasn't talked that much.
So this guy who is basically a con artist
Big
is conning women out of money, basically. He matches with them on Tinder,
He
Gets
lures
them-
them in by his lifestyle.
by his lifestyle, takes them on extravagant first dates and sells them a dream, and then says, "Oh my gosh, I need money. My enemies are after me.
The enemies.
I'm a diamond dealer, and this is a dangerous thing.
Yes.
Because his
Like,
dad,
you know I'm good for the money because
Yeah,
look, I
he's-
just spent 10 grand on you in the first hour."
Yeah.
and he says his dad owns a diamond
Yes.
like dynasty.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Yes.
is a good word. He love bombs them at first.
Yes,
yes,
he does
Financially
love
and
bomb
love bombs them. Love bombs the fuck out of them and baits the fuck out of them.
Yes.
Love bombing is like a narcissist thing. where-
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't follow too many finessers, but this
I would
nigga,
hope not.
this nigga is the best finesser I've ever seen.
Yeah,
in my life.
he's like actually like as I was
Really good
watching
at
it, I
it.
was like, I'm impressed.
Low key
Yeah.
is like the Catch Me If You Can.
Is
A
it?
little bit.
Yeah.
A little.
You never seen that? Catch
Nah,
Me?
I
It's based on a true story. It's
Oh, is it?
Leonardo DiCaprio, and he pretends he's a pilot,
You can watch it.
and then he is really good. And then he
I
like
haven't seen it in a really
cashes
long time.
fake checks and stuff. It's like 1920s though, so it's
Okay.
easier to just to
Oh,
fraud
yeah,
that
for
stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, for him to do that kind of thing now and have like 5 separate lives, really, be flying on private. The thing I don't want to understand.
Okay, spoiler alert.
Like he
'cause I just
should
wanna
get
talk
his
about
own look behind the camera because I want to know who the first one was and
Yes.
how he got it started. Because you
Yeah.
have to have money
He-
to
but
do
the
what he's
thing is,
doing.
He started it when he was young as
Yeah,
fuck.
they said he started like doing all not this exact like Tinder swindler stuff, but he had been finessing people
Since he was, like,
yeah,
16 or
and
something,
then
right?
Yeah.
then Tinder happened, and then he started doing it on Tinder. Like he started it so long ago. That's why I'm so impressed. I'm like, yo, your mind when you're that young, like he wasn't even thinking about the
Yeah.
consequences. Like,
But
that's
y'all missed
crazy.
an important.
You got to be
part.
really smart to be able to do this too, because he's
Yeah.
faking like
Really smart.
passports and other things like that.
Yeah.
Y'all missed an
Yeah.
important part though, because we addressed the fact that he's a genius. He was finessing these women and getting their money.
Evil genius.
But then he was using the money like it was a never-ending cycle.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I said. I want to
Oh.
know how he got the first one because he needed the money.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
be able to continue with other
initially
people.
to
So,
create
it-
this lifestyle.
Yeah, for the people that might still be confused that
So
are listening.
spoiler
So I would be getting like I would finesse Tatiana, get money from her after I told her like, hey, people are after me, so on and so forth.
Yeah,
and
so
then the
the
money.
girls, no, the girls were taking out $20,000 loans in their name,
20,000 plus.
or the
New credit cards.
Yeah, new credit cards in their name, and then giving it to him, and then so he would take that money and spend it on another girl, showing off his lifestyle. It's nuts.
spending.
So none of that
like,
money was ever in his name, and like they can't like tie a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah,
stuff
that's
to him.
why
It's like,
he can't.
well,
like,
they gave it to me, and
Yeah.
like look at this.
I just,
Yeah.
I just borrowed it. They gave it to me as a gift or whatever the case.
Yeah.
and like he's not wrong. Like
Technically.
like morally, it's fucked up.
Yeah,
morally
super.
morally wrong, but he's not.
He's
like
It's like a blue collar crime.
he's
Yeah,
not black
it's
and
all-
white. He's not black and white wrong.
Yeah.
He
by
said they would
with what
he
he's
would pay
saying.
them back. He never said when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he
They could
kind of is
sue
wrong because
him.
he forged
Yeah, a lot of them
deposits.
were. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said he was depositing and
And they would
photoshopped.
try, and they'd be like, "Oh,
He's
I
super
never got
wrong,
the
never
money."
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Never
Yeah.
mind. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm still impressed, but yeah,
No,
that's
it's
fucked up.
extremely impressive, but the nigga is wild.
And, like,
the two main
uh,
girls in the doc, they're what, like 25, like $250,000 in debt or something like
Yeah.
that.
$250,000.
It's still, yeah, still paying it off.
Still paying off.
What were you saying?
And he's like hard to catch too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're-
Yeah,
like he
'cause he
noticed
has-
someone from across the street filming him from a parking
Yes.
garage and dipped.
Yes.
Like, what?
The nigga was paranoid as
My
shit.
enemies, and
I
they're
mean,
like
he has to be.
That's true. That's true.
he
I
had
don't
been
know.
he had been
who
caught
would-
before too.
Kind of. Yeah. Like.
No, he had went to jail before for
oh
fraud.
yeah, that's true.
And then he's like, you know what? They caught me. I gotta go on Tinder now
I don't know, man.
and swindle.
He never. I guess that's the case, but I don't know. He didn't get the right one because I would have fucked his ass up. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I
Yeah.
would have come up with a plan.
You would have been like the Dutch girl at the end.
yeah, the last girl.
That
That would
girl
have
is
been
a
me.
G. I
but
love
like
her.
extra, I don't know if I would have gone to the police. To be honest, like I mean, at the end I would have, but I would have like. Have y'all ever seen the movie?
Girl with the Dragon
Girl
Tattoo?
with the Dragon Tattoo.
In college, but I know All I remember is she was a badass and not to fuck with her.
She was a badass. So basically, I'm referencing one scene in specific because if I ever came across a man,
one of the worst
to do
scenes you'll ever
this,
see in cinema.
one of the worst scenes ever. Okay, so you remember, like, she gets like raped, right, by the guy who has like all this power over her, and then she like plays nice with him, and she like lures him. I think she drugs him or tases him or whatever the fuck, or both, ties his ass up, and then has her fucking way with him, like just tortures him, like, and she's just like, okay, like, blackmails him. So basically she got back at him, right? That's what the fuck I would do to this guy. Okay, I'd be like, oh my god, the payment hasn't gone through, and he's like, oh no baby, it'll come through. I'd be like, okay, get him and his bodyguard. Let's celebrate tonight. It's my birthday. I can fucking lie too. It's my birthday. I got a promotion at work. La, 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 la. Okay, drug them. If that doesn't work, fucking lure them back to my place. Fucking tase the fuck out of both of them. Paralyze them. Tie them up. Do whatever the fuck. Blackmail them. Tell them X, Y, and Z, and then I would get my money. I would get my money.
If that ever happens, call me because I would
Oh my
help
god!
you.
Oh, I'm gonna ask you. Now I know.
Okay,
Thanks.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
God, no one hurt these people.
Yeah, seriously.
Don't underestimate women. Actually, do, because it works in our favor.
I would,
Yeah.
I
all
would
the time.
love to help out with that. Oh.
But I can't get over the lie of his bodyguard getting beat up, like them being in that
He
ambulance
uses
and
it
just like
everyone.
reusing that video.
Yeah,
over
that
and
is genius.
like
to
that is
just
such a not even but just the lie. Period. Like
Yeah.
the setup, the video, like everything is just.
The thing is, he
that's
had
such
to
a good
keep
lie.
the same haircut
Yeah.
for years to get, in order to keep using that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But now, fast forward to today, I guess. AJ sent the clip to me earlier. Sent it to the group. I guess he just recently signed an agent or something, a manager, and
Yeah, he
now
wants a
wants
dating
he
show.
wants his own dating show.
Wait, who?
Or like an
Tinder
an
Swindler.
expose or like a podcast or like another show like that.
Yeah.
But
There's some options
Because
on
it's
the
the only
table.
legal way he's ever gonna get money.
But
He's already doing it. He's selling a course on
Yeah,
business.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He found another swindler. He's
Yeah,
swindling
well, who's
people.
saying that's legal? Because he's probably just getting the fucking money from everybody and then just like not giving them any
He's
product.
probably
So
like,
essentially
watch the
faking
Netflix
them out again.
documentary.
Exactly. Oh, this is my business model. Just
Yeah.
literally just watch the.
Well, I mean, a
documentary.
ton of people are doing that already. Like, there's a ton of scam people who are selling courses.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's not fully legal, but if he does this, that would be.
Yeah.
But people were saying to let him do it, and then the girls that he,
swindled.
swindled then they can sue him because then he actually has money
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
pay them back because.
Oh, facts.
Well, he's
With
already
the whole
making.
deposit
He's
shit.
still living a lavish lifestyle, dating models and doing whatever, you know.
Yeah, but he's
And
still
he's making-
faking it all.
No, he's making. I'm sure he's making money off this course. Like, it's so easy to make money off courses.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta like look like you know what the fuck you're talking about, and people
Yeah.
can't see the fucking course, so they buy in. It's like a blank ass document or whatever.
Yeah, you definitely have idiot guys all over the world that want to live that lavish lifestyle.
So
They
they
saw
can
what
get
he was able to.
girls
Yeah,
that are-
exactly.
They're what are they incels? They're just like I just want a girl.
Yeah. All right. Time for the big one, Euphoria. The show is so goddamn good.
It's so good. I
Funny
got
though.
So good.
I got everyone at work because I couldn't stop talking about it with my coworkers. I got so many people in the office to watch it, and like
Yeah.
so many people binged it in a week. And now, like, I got so many people on it, so I can just talk about it all day.
Yeah.
It's just like, what happened?
We're all fiending for this show as much as Rue fiends for drugs.
That's
Yes.
a
It's
perfect way.
ridiculous.
That's a perfect way to
Yes.
put it.
Yeah, it's awful. I hate it, but I love it.
Yeah, I wish I could just binge watch it
I
all
wish
at
I
once.
could stop. So yeah.
But I can't even really remember what happened. Like the big stuff that happened last episode. Everything's kind of like blending into one.
Rue got
Rue's kind of like
forgiven.
clean. Yeah.
She outed everybody. She aired everybody's dirty laundry to get the
Yeah.
heat off of her so she could run off.
Yeah.
So everybody's just dealing with their
Yeah,
own like
exactly.
stew of shit that they're brewing in.
Yeah, Nate's trying to have a redemption arc, I guess, by giving the thing back.
Yeah.
Giving what thing back?
The video.
DVD.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah,
gave
yeah.
it back
He
to
gave it to
Jules.
Jules.
Said
The
he,
footage,
But
the illicit footage.
I'm suspicious about that. I
I'm
don't think
suspicious.
he's just being innocent. I feel like he has a copy.
Oh, he
or
definitely has a copy.
something.
No, I think Maddie has a copy.
Oh, facts.
I
Yeah.
think Maddie made
Facts.
a copy when she stole it.
Oh wait, my sister also is a big a big Euphoria fan, so you should talk to her and get her takes. But she also texted me a very long thing like, oh, you can like.
Oh, you can.
Cause I was gonna say I'll call her in, but I don't think she's ready for me to
Well,
call
you
her.
can
right
you
now.
can tell.
But
read what she
it's a
said.
lot. But
I also have a theory about.
but she
the
thought the same
son.
thing with the Maddie thing. I'll read it in a little bit, but
Okay. I have a theory about the third Jacob's.
oh, there's a third.
Yeah, there's a third kid. Like when Cal took that painting off, there's a third boy, and there's only two sons.
In the house.
There's Aaron and Nate, and then so
Jules is the third son.
no, no. He had dark hair.
Oh, you killed him.
I think
Cause he had sex with her. So
yo, that'd be awful.
that'd be crazy.
Jules has always been blonde though. Like
Yeah.
they showed her flashback. But anyways, I think
I didn't even notice that, actually. I don't even remember what painting you're talking about.
yeah,
but-
he took it when he
Yeah, I
just
do
left the
remember
house.
that. I just don't remember
But there's
the kids.
there's three boys.
Gotcha.
I think the reason why Cal hates Nate so much is that kid died, but I think it was Nate's fault. And I think that's why Cal, his dad, hates Nate so much.
I think also it has to do with him.
And they're
knowing-
the same.
yeah.
Yeah, they're basically the same. But I think that's also kind of like puts him over
Yeah.
the edge
Wait,
there's
Cal
something.
hates Nate?
Yeah.
Does he really?
You missed
Yeah,
that
you
whole
don't
rant.
remember after he pissed in the
Oh, when
living
he,
room.
well, I
And
don't
then
know
he
if
was-
he hated him.
Yeah,
was
he
just
was
No,
like
he-
a disappointment. Like that's his
Yeah.
biggest disappointment was Nate. He
Yeah.
said that to
really?
him.
He just said he didn't. He's like, I know nothing about your life. I'm like, why is that a disappointment? Like, I
No,
don't understand.
He just said Nate is his biggest disappointment.
Yeah.
Like that's his regret in life.
I never got that because I'm like, he's really good at football, right? He's like one of the golden boys, right? I'm like, why would I thought his dad like
No, his
kind
dad
of like
hates
idol.
him.
I don't know.
Nah.
I thought in
least-
season one,
yeah.
I thought he was
Yeah,
living
yeah,
through
yeah.
Nate, but nah, he hates that kid.
Maybe he was, and then it's changed, like
because
as
of
of
the
recent.
son.
Yeah.
The son. Nate is the reason why that son is not around anymore, and I think that's why he hates him.
Damn, that's crazy. All right, I'm excited to see now.
I'm
this new
sticking to my
episode.
theory that the third son is Jules.
It's not
Oh my
Jules. We
God,
already
no
know Jules'
way.
backstory.
All right,
Some
I'm gonna
people
give-
think it's Ashtray.
She has.
Oh, that's a good one.
I
Oh, that's
don't
true
think
because
so,
we
though.
never.
No, we know Ash, but we'd never seen his mom. He just got dropped off as drug collateral.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's him.
Nah, that wouldn't
No,
make
it might be a
sense.
little too far fetched.
Yeah.
That'd
It's
be like,
too
all right,
perfect.
what are you guys doing, Euphoria?
Yeah, it's
All right,
too
go
perfect.
ahead, AJ.
So I'm gonna do. She gives like her little dissertation on, I think it's Cassie and Rue and their like dynamics. All right, so I'm just gonna read it. This is Lily. So obviously we know that Rue is addicted to drugs and it's correlated to her losing her father. And as Cassie is addicted to a male validation
Yeah.
/ romantic love and attention, which also stems from her absent father. But if these characters are willing to, both of these characters are willing to hurt and risk relationships with people they love to satisfy their addiction. But in the last episode, they approach the harm they cause completely differently. Rue believes she's a bad person, acknowledges her wrongdoings, apologizes to Ali, reaches out to Gia about knowing more about her life and regrets what she said. But Cassie continuously, it's kind of hard to read past the mic,
No,
but I have to
you're
talk into the mic. Cassie continuously denies that she did anything wrong.
Which, real quick, that is still nuts to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is nuts to me too.
Like, she is an absolute sociopath.
Even as her
Cassie.
Cassie?
Well, she just
for
can't
not
see
admitting
clearly.
that she's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
doing it. Like, cause she's like, well, they weren't together.
Because
Like,
she's telling herself that to believe it so
Yeah.
she doesn't feel as shitty.
Yeah.
And because technically she didn't do anything wrong.
yeah, but that's crazy.
She's like
Technically, it's still wrong.
How is it technically? Tell me.
You would be okay with one of your best friend
No.
fucking your ex?
No.
no, but it's
But
not.
technically they didn't really do anything wrong. It's just flawed as fuck.
It's
No, it's
fucked
wrong.
up. Yeah,
To
it's
me-
fucked up. But technically, she did not fuck her best friend's boyfriend.
Right.
Technically,
by technicality.
she did not. But she's
It's
fucked
still
up. Yeah,
wrong.
but
It's like the Tinder Swindler
Technically
thing.
not wrong, but it's super fucked up.
Well, wrong is going to be
But the
different
thing
in
is-
different people's eyes.
But that's
Yeah.
what Cassie's gonna hold on to, and what she is holding on to, and that's why it's so infuriating to everyone else around her. Because we're like, okay, we
Yeah.
get it. Technically, you're right, but it's still like you're
Well,
still
technically,
wrong.
to me, she's not right at all.
No,
Sorry.
technically you're right that she didn't, because people are just saying you fucked your best friend's
Yeah.
boyfriend. She's like, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Like that's what she's saying. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, so she was saying even when her mom's telling her no, like you're wrong, she's
Yeah.
still denying it. And then she's like, she thought it was interesting that Cassie chose to compare herself to Rue in that situation and saying like, oh, like
Yeah,
her dad died, but mine left or whatever,
Yeah,
and kind of
yeah.
and believed that her situation was worse. And
Would
then,
warrant her acting that way.
Yeah.
I can say it's well, never mind. I was gonna say my dad walked out on me, but I didn't love my dad when he walked out on me,
Yeah.
so it's not the same.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And then she was, who knows if Cassie did, but she's
No, she
just
did.
like
She
crutching.
was a daddy's.
Oh, she did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
her in her
Oh, I don't
backstory,
remember
she
that,
was
yeah.
a daddy's girl. Like she was definitely like that was her dad, and then
Yeah.
he just left. So that's the same thing as I guess I'm dying.
Then she was saying, and then the whole kitchen scene with Nate and his mom. Nate thought all his problems were solved when Cal left, and then his mom was like, nah, that was like,
No,
you're still
you're
a
still-
terrible person.
yeah,
you're
you're
still
s-
really messed up, and you've been messed up on your own. And she was like, oh, like I saw that change around 9, or when he was 9. So it was like, all right, what happened there?
Yeah.
And he says, we know this is around the age that he found out about Cal's sex tapes and stuff when he was 9. So maybe that was it. And then also Marcia projecting on Maddie, thinking that she would get pregnant out of spite. Lily thought that was like a self-reflection too.
Oh,
that
yeah.
maybe that she got pregnant out of spite because Cal was actually getting in love with his
Yeah.
his best friend or whatever
Yeah.
when they were together.
Ooh,
Facts.
Good
Facts.
insight on that.
And
I could
then
have told you all that. That's a good insight.
yeah, and then she's like, all right, the vibes from Maddie's babysitting job and like what's gonna happen with her and the mom.
Yeah, I
and
wanna
stuff,
know
'cause
what's
there's
gonna
a
happen.
camera or
We're gonna
I
happen
whatever.
with
saw,
them.
yeah, I saw, because I didn't even catch that during the show, but I seen a tweet about there was a camera in the clock or
In
something.
the
And
alarm
then-
clock,
yeah.
yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
camera.
I didn't catch that.
Mm-hmm.
So they know she's been trying on stuff and she's been
Yeah.
extra like flirting, getting closer to her type
Yeah.
thing. And then she's like also the smile you're on camera sign in
Yeah.
Maddie's room.
Mm-hmm.
And that was something else I didn't catch. But I saw
Yeah,
on
she was
Twitter.
like, did she get Nate on camera with the gun, like taking that tape, or did she have like another piece, or like there's probably gonna be something that comes from that.
yeah.
And then she's like, all right, what's gonna happen with Nate and Jules' relationship? Like, is it gonna shift after she now has the CD?
Mm-hmm.
And he gave that to her, like what you were just saying earlier.
He
And
did say
then-
something slightly endearing too when he gave her the CD. He was
Yeah.
like,
Everything I said
Everything
was
was true.
real.
I
Yeah.
do think that is true. I
Yeah.
think in season 1 he did fall in love with Jules.
but he hated the fact that he did. Though.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
because
like-
he was turning him. He felt like he was turning into his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially
And,
since his dad fucked her.
yeah, and he knew that.
Yeah.
But I don't think, because then I feel like that's confusing a lot of people. They're like, well, I thought he was in love with Cassie. Like, yes, he is, maybe in his own twisted way. I think he's in love with the fact that she's obsessed with him.
Mm-hmm.
But
He's not in love with her. It's just convenient and easy.
yeah, it's his own twisted
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
But I do think in season 1 he did love Jules and Jules loved him. But then obviously whatever happened, and then they cut it off. For the people that were confused, that
Yeah.
is what my interpretation was.
I don't know why they doing my girl Kat so dirty. Her storyline fucking sucks. this
Yeah, it
season.
sucks, bro. And she's such a
There's
piece
too
of
much going
shit.
on.
Yeah, she really is.
She's such a piece of shit for doing that.
Like,
she's
that
just
show's
a
making me
sneaky little
uncomfortable.
shit,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, she's
'cause
always
she's
been
just
like that.
pretending.
No,
to,
I
like,
didn't
"Oh,
think
I
in
didn't do
season
anything."
And
one.
she's always been sneaky. She's never told anyone.
Oh well, yeah, sneaky, but
Yeah.
not a piece of shit. But now she's a piece of shit.
Well, yeah, for that. I don't think she's wrong for not being happy for being in a vanilla
Yeah, but then
relationship.
gaslighting the
But
nigga.
yeah, but being like that was totally the wrong way to go about it. I was really disappointed, and I
Mhm.
did not like that.
Yeah.
But I saw a theory that they think that he is going to play Nate in the play, and then she's going to love how bad he is and then fall in love with him and try to get back with him because he's going to be like aggressive and, like how she likes how her cam guys are. So
Cam guys. Yeah. And then my sister's like, also, she wants to know what happens to Fez because they point out, like in like the previews or whatever for the next one, that he said he was gonna in the show. He said he was gonna be in the front row, and then during the play, you didn't see him in the.
People
in the
think
crowd.
he's gonna get
I'm
killed.
Be so upset.
Everyone will be.
I don't think he's gonna make it to the play at all because he said, "Oh, I'll be there in the front row." I think what's her face is gonna be so disappointed because he's not gonna show up.
Yeah, this play is like they're building this play up.
I really hope they do not kill him off. If they kill
really
off
rooting
Fez,
for him.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be killed.
He's the only one I'm rooting for.
Him and Lexi.
Yeah.
I really want them to be a thing. They're so like unorthodox, like a off pair. I really want them to be together.
I think they are so cute.
Do y'all follow Angus Cloud on Twitter?
Of course.
Live tweets are hilarious.
Yeah, he tweets like he's watching the show for the. I mean, maybe he is.
No,
maybe he never saw like the.
He says he doesn't see any of the final cut, so he is watching it for the first time. But then he also says, "Yeah, I was high when I was filming it, so I don't know what's going on."
That's funny.
So he is watching it for the first time with us.
But also, like, I don't know if he's gonna get killed, but he might get picked up by the police because the guy's like, I'm working with the cops.
Not killed, but like
killed
hiatus.
off. You're saying?
Yeah,
okay.
Off
the show or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I think he's gonna be there still, but not.
Yeah.
So there's two. Y'all know Tatiana and I love trash reality.
Wait,
TV.
hold on. One more thing.
Sorry.
That I find hilarious. This is more like in the interviews and stuff. Like, a lot of the people talk as if they're still that character. And like, I don't know how Cassie could have done that. We were best friends. Like, and stuff like that.
HBO interviews.
Yeah, the HBO interviews after.
This I didn't see one for this past episode.
No, they had it like because it wasn't on the ending credits scene. You have to actually go on the app and like scroll down because I thought so too.
Yeah.
And then that like as I was walking Kobe, I looked and they do have it.
I think there was one for because I think we watched it, but I don't know if it was.
There
this
is one,
or not.
but it's not right after the credits.
Yeah.
This episode.
But the mom, Rue's mom, is hilarious because she acts as if she is that person. She was like, oh, thank God when Ollie walked in, it was just a big, handsome black man there just came in and helped me with my daughters and like while I took care of Rue, he was helping Stormy. And I'm like, lady, that's not you. Like, it's not actually, but it's hilarious because I mean, everyone does a good job. It's because they really believe themselves as the characters.
With Zendaya and that actress.
What is Zendaya's last name? Does she have a last name?
I don't know, but I was
wow,
rude.
Sorry.
Anyways, she's like Cher. Okay, she's Cher. She's our Cher. Anyways, the way because all of their fighting scenes are improv, and so like they even said like they shoot and then they make sure they're okay. So like they have to have such a close relationship. Like I'm sure it does the lines get blurred like when they're filming those.
Yeah, she got a long ass name. Zendaya Marie Stormer Coleman. So I guess Coleman is her last name.
Such a black last name.
But I seen a funny, well, it wasn't funny, but a true tweet. I guess it was a little bit funny. They were like, as soon as you see that ugly ass hallway, you know some of the greatest acting of all time is gonna happen. Because every time her and her mom get into a fight, they do like pan out of that hallway.
Oh yeah.
But anything else about Euphoria?
I think that's it.
I'm tired.
All right, last thing I want to talk about as far as streaming. So y'all know that Tatiana and I love trash TV, reality TV.
Yeah.
So there's two shows that we've been watching simultaneously. One is on Netflix called Love is Blind. The other is on Discovery Plus. It comes on a Lifetime, and it is Married at First Sight. Both are social experiments. Love is Blind. It's a group of men and group of women. They go into, like the men live with the men, the women live with the women, but there's opportunities for them to go into these pods where they don't see the other person. but they can have conversations. And the only way they can see each other is if they propose to the other person.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't even watched it? You better watch season 1. It's so fucking
Why would I have
good.
watched it? I don't have Discovery Plus.
No, this is on
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah,
Oh, it's on
Love
Netflix?
and Blind
okay.
is on
Is
Netflix.
on
Yeah, you
Netflix.
have to watch. The first season was so lit. That was our quarantine thing. Like,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
we watched.
Yeah.
I've seen a show kind of like similar to that similar idea where they're just like, but it was like a talk show and it was like a segment they would do.
Yeah.
Like they would just sit there and they would have a divider and they'd be like, I
What was that
want number
called?
2. I can't remember,
I
but
know
you know what I'm
ex- yeah, I
talking
know
about.
exactly
Similar
what you-
concept.
yeah.
So, yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't see each other until they propose.
That's wild.
But in this one, I feel like it's good because you're building the emotional connection first before
Only.
physical. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
only building that. And I'm not finished with the season or
But
anything like
what's
that.
messy is like they all date each other. So then like the
Yeah.
girls all go back into like the common area and then they're like, "Oh my god, I clicked so well with Cameron." And then they're like, "Well, I liked Cameron too."
Yeah.
And so it's like it gets messy
Another
with that.
dynamic.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And or
okay.
like
Well, so then that might even be true. Then they're just like, what if they're just like
Jealous.
pandering to
exactly.
so they get picked?
Yeah, and then like or then they'll go to the guy and be like, "Oh, so I heard you like Jessica," and it's just like it's
Oh, when they're
so
talking
messy.
to them in the pod?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Do
messy.
they start telling what they look like? Like Jessica's fat. Jessica-
Sometimes, and then the other one will get mad. Like that's not the point of this thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they like some of them take it really like it's a good show, guys.
And what if they're all just like
Oh,
fighting over
okay, I'm
Flavor
gonna look
Flav
at
type
it.
deal?
Love is
Yeah,
Blind.
exactly.
So it's not super. So it's like it has a little more substance than it is tacky.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the.
I feel like we haven't like gotten far enough yet. To,
No,
I know
I'm
we
talking about
watched season
I'm
one.
telling
Okay.
them season like
Oh,
because they
okay.
need to watch season 1.
Yeah.
It's just it's messy and it's good.
Yeah.
So it's tacky. It has substance and it's
Yeah, and then you have
juicy.
people, but you have especially in season 1, you have people you want to root for, and then you
Yeah.
have people you hate.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
good.
All right. I'm gonna.
So
check it out.
then on the flip side, Married at First Sight, it's exactly what it sounds like. So people apply for the show or whatever, and then there's experts, quote unquote experts, that match couples together, and they don't see
just
each other.
based off of looks.
No.
Like based on, I'm
They
sure
like
there's
take
some,
it
yeah.
probably like a survey.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
some
so
kinda
it's
like
Like they
survey.
did, you swiped up on
Interviews.
Instagram, you took that survey.
Got it.
That was like
Okay.
25
Or, like,
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they get interviewed, and then the experts match who they think will
Be a
work
good
best.
fit.
Yeah, and then they get married, and then they see if it works out.
Oh my
shit.
gosh.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
And so with Married at First Sight, I'm only maybe like 4 episodes in
But
or
this
something like that.
this newest. Well, it's not newest. It's the. There's one season going on right now, so it's a season right before that. It's the Atlanta one. It's so fucking messy. It's amazing.
Yeah, and she's further ahead than I am.
It's so, like.
But my
It's just so
question for
much.
y'all is, now that you kind of know the context of both shows, and
Oh, but at Married at First Sight, they have a certain amount of time.
Tati, hold on.
I'm sorry. Am I too loud?
The one time Zach interrupted
Oh
you.
yeah, I was pissed.
You were like, "Oh my gosh, I was talking," and you said it 4 consecutive times. Zach's like, "Okay."
because sometimes I just need to say what I need to say.
Yeah, is that right?
But I'm explaining the show.
Uh-huh.
So, but after a certain amount of time, I think it's like 6 weeks or something. They sit with the experts and decide if they want to divorce. And so at the end of the day, they decide if they want to stay together.
oh,
Yeah.
see
Or
that part I
divorce.
didn't know.
Yeah,
you
that-
just spoiled that for me.
No, that's a part of the show.
Do you have the timer going, by the way?
You can
All right,
do
cool.
it.
We're at 125.
All right, keep talking.
That was it.
No, keep talking. You want to interrupt him all the time? Keep talking. No, okay.
Now,
Spot now.
Oh no! All of a sudden,
now it's spiraling.
no, Zach, you can talk.
I don't have anything now.
All right, but Zach, you're gonna ask us which one would we rather do? Love is Blind or Married at First Sight?
Which social? I think everyone will have the same answer,
Experiment.
but which social experiment do you think you would want to be a part of? Just the Love is Blind.
Is the divorce
or
free?
Is it divorce free?
It's probably all free.
Yeah.
No one
Honestly, they're
cares about
low-key
that.
probably not even married until they're probably not.
No, they're
at least,
married.
Are they legally married or is it just?
Yeah.
In
Like,
Married
I-
at
I'm
First
mar-
Sight, they keep saying like this is a legally binding contract. Like,
Okay.
I guess
And they
yeah.
say like it's a divorce, like it will be like it's not an annulment, like you are divorced, like you will have to tell people I got a divorce. Like, it's not like, oh, I got it
Yeah.
annulled and it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's a divorce. So, and the same
So
thing
you
with
have to tell people if you've been divorced? You have to tell that?
I don't know.
No, you
Isn't
don't
it
have
like,
to tell that.
Oh, okay.
but it's like,
It's up to you.
but isn't it like on your like tax records or something? I don't know.
Legally,
Probably.
it's on some kind of
Yeah,
record.
legally, it's like, it's somewhere.
It's legally recorded that you will be divorced.
Someone
Yeah.
can Google you and see that you were divorced, I think. I
think
know.
you might be right.
Thank you.
So
don't
We don't
one-
know.
Which one would y'all want to do if
Love
you
is
had
blind.
to? Love is blind,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do married at first sight, whatever.
Yeah.
No, I need to know what I'm getting into.
Well,
Yeah.
well. So wait, hold on. They see the person, then they get to decide if they want to marry them or not.
On
Married at first sight.
Yeah,
different.
like they can see them walking down the aisle and they
And
can
said,
decide
"Oh,
to
someone
stop.
thinks that." Yeah, I think we would do Love Is Blind. But the thing is, the messy part of Love Is Blind is why I wouldn't want that.
Okay, but that depends on you too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as an individual.
I mean, I wouldn't like the messy part about going back with all the girls and being like, because I
Yeah, that's
even
what I'm
told
saying.
Zach
'Cause
that I
then
was
that's
like,
gonna skew.
if someone I'm really vibing with is vibing with another girl, I would go crazy.
but dating gets messy in real life. So what is it? How
But
is
I'm
it much
right there,
different?
like, cause
That's true.
I'm not like I'm okay with like when I'm dating someone, like if you're talking to other people, but it's right in front
Out
of
of
my
sight,
face.
out of mind.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh my god, like he said all this to me, like they're talking
And then you're
about
like,
it.
wait, but he said that to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that would hurt my feelings. I would have to leave the show because that would hurt my feelings. Like my
Really?
feelings would just get hurt, and I'd be
Nah,
like,
I'd be there to get that money.
I don't think they get money in these ones.
Don't
maybe
fucking-
not from the show, but eventually,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure.
sure
like-
No, they have to from the show.
They get paid episode by episode, but they
Yeah.
don't win a prize money at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end.
yeah.
It's just
Dang.
marriage.
Whatever. I'd be there for collect-
Just married.
collect
This is your
check.
prize.
Yeah.
It's just marriage.
It's only for
Boo.
a relationship. It's fine.
So
For the love of your
everyone
life.
is saying Love Is Blind.
Of
you would
course.
Nah, I don't know. I think I might do Married at First Sight.
Oh.
Really?
Even though just because like that
He
one
likes to
feels
go against the grain.
that feels less risky, you know.
do. You
you can
think?
say
Yeah,
he's
for
saying you
sure.
could say no if he saw
Oh,
if you
yeah.
see
Wait,
them,
Love
you're
is
like, oh
Blind,
no.
What happens in Love Is Blind again? At the end,
Well-
like you get to
Well, they
you have
get
to propose
engaged.
to them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Without ever
So
seeing
they're not
them.
married.
And then like, what
What
if?
do you mean less risky?
Huh?
How do you mean less risky then? What are you risking?
Because
Or what is-
you're guaranteed a divorce after 6 weeks if it don't work out.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
only have to propose. You don't have to get married, right?
Well, so what
I
if?
don't think so.
Okay, what
From
if
what I remember.
so what are some of your guys' like what is it called?
like
Drop dead nose or whatever on a person.
turn-offs or
Turn-offs, yeah, like
red
you
flags.
can't
So
I don't know
I
a lot.
hate
So say-
seeing the shallow people on the show, but honestly, like if I'm not attracted to the person, like that's
exactly.
tough for me.
So you're gonna propose and then instead like you don't like how that person looks or
Yeah.
like whatever like or I don't know, then you look like a dick because
Yeah.
you're just like I vibe with you, but like
Yeah,
That's
as
a
a friend,
risk I'm willing to take.
yeah.
But there are people where I thought they were really cute and then I had a date with them. Like there was this kid I had a crush on since elementary
Physically,
school.
right?
Oh my, I thought he was the
So
hottest thing in the world.
beautiful.
And then he finally gave me a chance when I was single and then I went on one date with him and I never saw him ever again.
Yeah.
Why?
And I like I was just
Turned off by his personality.
Yeah, the date
He was icky.
the date was so bad.
Oh, he was so awful.
It was so
no,
bad.
Yeah, just like
'Cause
beautiful
one-
shell, nothing on the inside.
One, you get a
Yeah,
trial
so
run,
bad.
and the other is like there's more drama, there's more emotional turmoil, there's more a
Yeah.
whole lot going on
See-
before you, and then you propose,
Yeah.
and then you see the person, and then you're like,
Oh, so less emotional risk. That's what you meant. I was trying to figure out what you were.
well, just
less
I'm
just
thinking-
risk in general,
I'm
because like
just
you're
thinking of the-
guaranteed a divorce no matter what.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the
I mean, yeah.
standpoint
Or
of
you don't even have like you can just see the person and be like, no, or like you guys matched this based on this and
Yeah.
that. Definitely
But on
no, because
Love
I don't
is
want someone who's
Blind-
exactly like me. You know.
Oh, okay.
On Love is Blind, you like you get married at the end if you want to. Cause never mind. I don't want to.
Well, I'm gonna say
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking of the standpoint of one, I'm in control of my destiny, whereas the other one, I'm putting it in the hands of a
It's like
quote
by
unquote
chance.
expert.
Yeah. 'Cause-
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, so you're putting it in the hands of an expert, but at the same time, you're not, because after 6 weeks, you're guaranteed an annulment or
Yeah.
not annulment, a divorce if you do decide to marry that person.
Yeah.
And in the other one, like, there's so much unknown. It's not just you don't know what they look like.
Yeah.
It's is this person being truthful? What if this is the Tinder swindler on the other side?
Yeah.
Just like
What if
really,
they smell bad?
like just like really taking the clues from everyone else that they're getting or hearing about it. Like,
Yeah.
actually, I don't even like that guy, but he sounds more attractive. Like he has more money and this. Like that's what he told these girls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say exactly what they said to there's this.
Yeah.
There's more gamesmanship to that one than the other.
But I
one
will
is one is
say-
like it's like a 7-day free trial before you
Yeah.
keep subscribing kind of
That
thing.
is true.
Hmm.
That one black and white couple, it was the black girl and white guy from. I mean, it's not really a spoiler. Yeah, but that
fine,
was
you can
from
spoil it.
From Love Is Blind.
We're
right?
gonna
Yeah.
Okay.
If I watch it, I'm probably gonna forget. and
Yeah,
I'll
they're
get
they're
the-
I
still
will
together.
forget.
Yeah, they're still
Um,
together. There's some people that are still together and
Yeah.
thriving.
Yeah.
On Love Is
But
Blind.
Wow.
Again, Married at First Sight. I haven't.
Oh no,
really-
and Married at First Sight, there
I
are
f-
some people that are still married.
Okay,
and
see, I was
thriving,
gonna
too.
say I feel like it's 0%
No,
chance.
some people like they love each other. Like
Yeah.
that is
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm not like trying to disrespect
kids.
I'm not trying to disrespect the culture, but like in the Indian culture, they do the arranged marriages.
A
and
lot
that's,
of cultures, they
yeah,
do the
and
arranged
That's
marriages.
like that's great, and that's essentially what this is, the Married
Yeah.
at First Sight.
I knew plenty of people
Yeah.
actually who have gotten arranged marriages.
And it does work out, but it's just it's in a lot of cases it does work out, but it's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's funny you bring that up because I was literally thinking that. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, how do people do it in
Yeah.
arranged marriages during the times where they were kind of forced to do that? That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would hate my life. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't know.
If my
but-
mom picked my husband, oh my god, no.
No.
I love that woman, but no,
Would it be some like hairy Italian guy?
no. It'd be someone her type.
Oh,
What's her type?
Her track record isn't great. No offense, Tanya.
I'm definitely clipping this.
She knows.
so I mean,
Alright.
both are risky, but I don't
Yeah.
know. For me, like I'm always like I always try to think of the most calculated like decision.
But the
like,
probability
present
of you finding someone that you like is better on Love Is Blind because you're talking to more people.
Yeah, I
it
agree.
possibly, but they could there's gamesmanship
That's
in
simple
that.
math. That's
There's
what Julie
like
would say.
think about it this if you say like, okay, I like how that person looks, somebody else looked at our profiles, thinks they were good, I'll give
Yeah.
this a 6-week trial. It's one-on-one after that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, all right, I can
I
really
see
see
what you're saying.
what's going on
Oh.
here versus I'm talking to a wall and they're going back and they're getting feedback on their end,
Yeah.
and now stuff is changing or they're adding things that
Okay, I
they
see
might
what
not
you're
actually
saying.
mean or whatever,
Yeah.
You're getting more like genuine.
Then you propose,
interaction.
and then say you propose, and like, okay, I do like how they look, or whatever,
Mhm.
and let's do this, and then it's completely different
Yeah.
because they're not
who they
they're not
were.
You're
they're not that
saying.
persona that they created
Invented,
over
yeah.
this amount of time.
That
Yeah.
makes more sense
It
when
does.
you put it that way.
You might have changed my mind. I mean,
Yeah.
no, you haven't, but I get your point.
Yeah, see, I still want to be able
Love
to
is Blind is
control
kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like it sounds fun, but it's like
But I feel like
even if I propose, I'd be like, yo, I'm not actually gonna do this because
Well,
because
yeah.
this is like
Yeah.
this
But
was
e-
for fun, or I
but
don't know.
even like, cause Zach could be lying to me. Like,
I guess a proposal is
when we're
also.
dating.
I guess you
Yeah,
could
that's
propose and then wait 2 years, and that could be like,
What we did.
yeah.
We
Well,
waited
in the
2
show, in Love Is Blind, they actually do have the wedding. Wait,
Yeah, they have the wedding
no,
at
I
the
can't even
end.
remember. Okay.
They
yeah,
have it
yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, so I don't know then. you
Oh
know?
man. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
crazy.
taking Married at First Sight.
All right, we'll quickly finish off with sports. So last weekend, it'll be. I thought it'll be quick. It'll be quick. I promise. Just gotta. Okay, we'll just talk about the Super Bowl. We won't even talk about James Harden.
Oh, but see, you're gonna talk about 2 things.
No, and we're skipping music. Look at that. So we had the Super Bowl this past weekend. I think everyone on the pod last week had the Rams. No, Phil had the Bengals, I think, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know AJ and I both had the Rams. We both also wanted the Bengals, but ended up being a good game. But the highlight of the Super Bowl, I think, would be the halftime show, which even you enjoyed, right?
Yeah,
I
I,
I don't know
love the
who
halftime
wouldn't
show.
have enjoyed
Yeah.
that. That thing that was iconic.
Yeah, and there's a lot of not hidden gems, but like
Yeah.
surprises, like something else that's out the box, or like,
Yeah,
What's that
exactly.
hanging upside down?
Yeah.
oh, it's a oh, it's
50, Kendrick, and Mary J. Mary J. Blige, like, I like her, but her songs were, like, the only ones that I felt like, why is this? Like, this just doesn't fit.
I'll be honest. She's an incredibly talented lady.
She
She
is.
doesn't do anything for me though.
I agree.
Oh, you don't like her
Mary
music?
J?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
same.
I'll never
Same.
deny like how like epic she
Yeah.
is and talented she is. Like just certain people, like for example, Beyonce. She doesn't do it for me. I will
Same.
skip.
Yeah,
Did
Beyonce
we just
doesn't
become
do
best
it.
friends?
Really? Get out of
Yeah,
here.
I don't like that.
I like Mary J,
Beyonce-
but Beyonce is like.
Beyonce doesn't do anything.
skip
for me.
on both of those.
There's only a couple Beyonce songs where I'm like, yes.
Exactly.
But
See,
like,
Destiny's Child I fuck with, but
Oh,
for some
yeah.
Come on,
reason,
that's different.
but for some
That's
reason,
different.
Beyonce by herself just
No, too much.
doesn't do it for me.
It's too much talent.
Honestly,
for
it's
me.
like a who's saying this? You guys didn't like the Heat because of Heat fans.
Yeah,
I think part of that is like one, she kind of went more mainstream,
yeah.
and two, like the Beehive is kind of ridiculous.
What's up with
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
lemon or what
Lemonade.
was it? Lemonade.
Yeah.
That's it. Lemon. Look at me.
Yeah,
Yeah, lemonade.
and it's
that
always
was,
like pandering to I hate men type deal and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, but she put more emotion into it, and it was definitely different.
and
than her
she
Yeah.
normal
deserved to
sounds.
hate men at that time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sorry. Back on the.
Yeah, but
halftime
even
show.
before then, it's just like everything on the box to the left.
Did you guys have a favorite?
But
part of
everyone
the
was saying that.
halftime show.
Did I have a favorite performance?
Or yeah, like did you have a favorite part? Of
Well, I
the
know what
I mean,
Zach's was gonna
Kendrick.
be.
I
Yeah.
think it would have to
Mine
be
was
Kendrick.
Kendrick too.
Yeah.
He was
Kendrick.
everything was
snapped.
obviously like crazy
Yeah.
epic, but he was my favorite. part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Choreography
that's when
was
I got
good.
hyped.
Everything.
Yeah.
I was super
I was
Send
like,
it-
wow.
The way he did it with the camera and stuff.
Well, I'm definitely interested to see who they'll have next year. I'm sure
They can't top
because
it.
well,
sorry.
they definitely cater to the black people this year, somewhat of the younger audience.
Taylor
next
Swift.
year, next year is gonna be a 1A. It's gonna be Taylor Swift or some old white rock group.
Back to the norm.
Yeah, so. But I know Tatiana's over it. I don't have too much sports. Is there anything else that y'all got before we end the pod?
I don't think so.
All
I
right.
feel like we
well,
had a lot of streaming.
Yeah, we
There was good
definitely
There's a
questions.
lot of streaming.
did. We did.
But
Oh no,
we
you
did.
had another
Deserved it.
question. You had it in the notes. I saw it. What was it?
About your top 2 or 3 things.
No,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, that was a good one. I wanted to talk
Oh.
about. What would you forget? Oh, there was something you said. I
Yeah.
knew you were gonna forget. I said to write it down. Tell it.
I'm getting a promotion
Oh,
at
yes,
my
yes,
job.
Hey, it's lit.
Oh, I love to
Hey,
see the
hello.
moves. She's
Oh, that's the
been-
one you busted through the door like
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
like the
it's
guy in
with a different-
SpongeBob.
But
When he's supposed to get the
but it's a different lawyer that I bust down 2 lawyers' doors and was like,
Mhm.
I want to work with you.
Yeah.
So
So Tatiana at her last job, she hated it. She was trying to get me to get her a job at UM, and that caused some issues that I didn't get it at the rate that she would have liked. But I told her everything worked
no,
out.
you just didn't help me. Like
I
it wasn't the
tried.
fact.
I tried. But anyways, that's besides this is besides the point. Tatiana, this is besides the point. What you've done at your time at your new job, it's been great. I've loved seeing you grow and continue to get promotions. And I told you this wouldn't have happened at UM, so
No.
I'm proud of you.
I regret, like, I'm
are
disappointed
snaps.
that you didn't help me, but I'm happy I am where I wouldn't change.
Aren't you a little more proud too because you didn't get help?
Yes, I have my job and that's what I told Zach. I was like, I did this all by myself. This
Yeah.
success is all me, and it's no one else, and I'm
That little
excited
oomph.
about it.
That's a
little
big
pep in
thing.
your
Walking in and
step.
saying, "Hey, I want this job too." When you're
And the
already-
fact that like I got the job because of like
You
I was
spoke up.
applying to 20 jobs a day. Like I worked my ass off to even get the job.
Mhm.
So it's just nice. And
Yeah.
I love my coworkers. And it's just I'm happy. I
Look at you
guess.
go.
Yeah.
Go you, Tati.
Wait, so was there anything to do with Alexa?
Nope.
Oh, cause Zach said something Alexa. He said, "Just don't say anything." I was like,
Oh no, he said Claudia because there was someone at work. She
Oh,
texted me
Claudia.
and
Okay.
congratulated me. And I saw that he saw Claudia, and then I didn't want him to be like, oh yeah, she got a promotion.
No, I wasn't even gonna say that.
I wanted
all right,
to
but
say
so
that.
the top 3 things you look for
Yeah.
in a partner.
So
Back to the-
while we were, and I was just gonna, because I know Tatiana was over it, but we can quickly talk about it. So in Married at First Sight, of course, they do the whole survey, quiz, whatever,
Yeah.
and I'm sure the people let them know, like, these are the top qualities that I'm looking for in a partner.
Mm.
Some of them are a little more like you have the typical girl that's, and I'm not generalizing, but like, oh, he needs to be taller than me. He needs to be
Just dumb,
financially.
like shallow physical.
Yeah. So
things.
what are like the top 2 or 3 things, or maybe just one? What are the top things that y'all look for in a partner?
I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Tati on that because I can get along with a lot of different people.
It really depends. I think
a personality is really a big thing for me. I
for
guess.
sure.
But for me, I
don't
need the person to not be exactly like me. Like always growing up, people are like, "Oh my gosh, I know someone exactly like you. You should date them." And I'm like, "Please no," because I want to grow beyond what I am. I want to try new things. I want to see new things. I want to, I want to, because not that I'm a play it safe person, because I mean I am sometimes, but I mean it just depends on what it is. But I need, not that I need someone to push me, but like sometimes you need someone to push you, or like I would have never thought to try. Like I'm gonna always eat the same food I always eat because I love it. You know,
I feel like confidence and like confidence is a huge one. For me, a sense of humor.
Your confidence has gotten better.
But you're like, no, I knew Tati was gonna say that.
Say what?
Like, well, why are you with me?
Because
she's
I
a
agreed
confidence.
with you. I said that's up there for me, and she said, "Oh, why?"
I feel like
My
you're
bad.
confident, Tati.
You're well. So you
8
think you're not
years
that?
later, like
You guys are, both of you guys are confident, but like not in
In
the
ourselves.
way that you guys think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you will, like it takes a certain amount of confidence to like speak up and say something, and you've always been that kind of person,
oh,
you know?
AJ.
right? No,
She's gonna cry.
she's gonna be in the shower like.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, but like it's just different types of confidence. So I see confidence in people, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not confident," and I'm like, I would have never had the confidence to do or say things that you're doing. And some people are like, "Yo, you kind of just try things and do things you want. That's pretty confident." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess," but I don't think I might not be like a super confident person.
I never thought of confidence like that. What a new perspective I just got.
Yeah, there's like different levels and different ways like you can be confident.
I only thought of confidence as like you're in yourself.
Yeah.
No. For me, like someone that's goofy, that's probably like number one. Like I can't be with someone that's serious. Like I gotta be with somebody that's goofy.
Oh yeah, I need someone with a sense of humor because like, I don't have one sometimes.
Yeah.
That's mine. I'm gonna steal that one. A sense of humor. I cannot be with a stick in the mud. I cannot.
More serious than me, it's not gonna work. No.
I also need someone. This is probably like further down after getting to know them, but someone who's kind of like cultured. I can't be with someone who's like.
That's fair. Yeah.
Who is one just like everyone else, but like like vanilla in a way, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta have like some
spice.
Not even spice, but just like, because then that's a product of the family they grew up with too.
Yeah.
And like not their views, but like kind of their views and how they go about, you know?
You can't be with somebody closed-minded or like
Yes. Yes.
I feel that.
And then just like not shallow. So I guess that's open-mindedness, but not shallow.
That's a
pretty
little different.
specific,
Yeah.
though.
But I couldn't be with someone that's shallow. Yeah.
Same, yeah.
Shallow can be like a broad range of things, but I feel like no one. I don't think there's anyone that thinks they're shallow. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
I definitely I can be shallow sometimes, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on
But
the
like
person.
thinks that they're generally shallow. You know? There's certain things you can be shallow with. Like,
of course.
There's. I don't know. Let me think of something Zach shallow with. I don't know. Like people not reading text messages or something. I don't know. Or like, you know, there's like certain
too
things.
many texts.
Or
at once.
Or like, oh, I can't handle this, or like I don't
mean,
know.
essentially for me, the girls that are like, he has to be 6 foot plus and make. That's
the
where it's
shallow
like I
you're
draw the
talking
line.
about. Yeah.
You have to match the energy if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Grow.
That's disgusting.
If you want a 6 foot tall man, grow. Be the same height. No.
Exactly.
Get that 6 foot energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
But yeah, that's all I got.
You know,
you
don't
gonna
ask me about
I'm saying you're gonna have to be the
out?
one to hit the drop.
Oh wait, I was gonna say one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
I feel like maybe not everyone made it to this point where we're at right now, because we did a lot of callbacks, but everyone, like, based on what we want to hear your perspective too.
Yes.
Based on all the stuff we shared, especially having the different dynamic of men and women here.
For sure.
We want to see tell us what you guys think with whether you would do the Married at First Sight or Love is Blind.
Leave
type
it in
deal.
the comments.
I'm definitely interested to hear. Oh, and last, this is something that's in the works. AJ started it up, and we're going to make sure we have everything set in place before we officially announce it. But definitely be on the lookout for a Discord so all our Save It for the Pod community can communicate, submit ideas, so on and so forth. So be on the lookout. But it's been another episode of Save It for the Pod, episode number 58. Tatiana, hit the drop. Peace.